this document, Volume 1. So, Honorable DMK, what is your position to the issue of whether you are complaining on behalf of the Senator, on behalf of the Cabinet Secretary, and people who are not necessarily complaining?
Thank you, through the Chairman. The Constitution empowers any citizen to raise a complaint about any matter, whether the matter affects them or affects other people. So in this regard, the people who are allegedly supposed to write maybe affidavits as the complainants and have not done so, we are the complainants at the Assembly, and I'm the mover of the motion. I'm the one who is, and I've been given that right by the Constitution of Kenya to complain on their behalf, and I have evidence to accompany my complaint. So affidavit can be treated as evidence, and as well as the videos that I have of the injustice that has been committed against them, and that's why I'm complaining about what happened or what they should maybe. That's why I'm the complainant about those issues.
Let's go straight to your allegations. Chair, on that evidence, maybe the committee can look at Article 3 and Article 258 of our Constitution. It's law, I don't need to waste your time on it. Let's go to the very first allegation, sir, that the governor appointed her husband to non-existent offices. What evidence have you placed before the Senate of those appointments?
I have annexed a video to the motion that was brought before this House as Annex 2, which I would like to request that the video be played to this committee, Annex 2 and Annex 5.
So, Chair, if we could perhaps see Annex 2. I won't be playing all the videos given the
And
time.
there is also Annex 2A, which is a transcription of the video. We have not indicated direct transcriptions on the videos so that we cannot tamper with the originality and authenticity of those videos. So I transcribed all of them in English, where the videos are in Kimeru language, so that we will be following those videos using the English transcriptions that are attached to that volume that the Council has mentioned. So, Annex 2.
Serikali ya gavana ni mama. Hiyo kuna mwingine hapa akona work experience kuliko wengine wote. Na department yake ile ambaye anapewa na serikali ya gavana ni mama, hiyo department haina mshahara. Huyu atakuwa akifanya kazi free, akisaidia, akiinua wanyonge, na huyu atakuwa hata na allowances. Lakini tumepatia yeye appointment, maana tunajua yeye ni mzito sana sana sana. Na huyu mzito ni His Excellency, the first gentleman, Honorable Vilification. Huyu mzito, asante sana. Huyu mzito kwa majina Morega Vaishu ni first gentleman of Meru County, na currently anashikilia Meru Cultural Ambassador by the Ministry of Tourism. Ameshikilia hapo, na yeye unapomwona pale ni apostle Vaite Family Fellowship, kitengo kubwa sana. He is the founder of Vaite Television, kitengo mzito sana. Na siku ya leo tunampatia kazi ambayo haina malipo na haina marupurupu. Atakuwa akifanya free kama kujitolea. Na tumempatia kitengo ya kwamba yeye ni patron Meru Youth Service. Hiyo ni kazi moja. Na ingine kitengo ambaye nimempatia kitengo cha maana sana, Ambassador Meru Hustlers Ambassador.
We can pause it there in the interest of time, Chair, so that I move.
Hustlers.
Honorable DMK, is that video consistent with the governor's claim that she never appointed her husband to the two positions in question?
No.
Has the governor contested the authenticity or accuracy of that video?
No.
The position of patron of Meru Youth Service, is it a position that exists under the Meru Youth Service Act of 2018?
There is no position like that in the Meru Youth Service Act of 2018.
Who would have the power to establish such a position?
The power can be, the power to establish that position is constitutionally placed in the County Public Service Board.
Did the County Public Service Board establish this position?
No.
Did the governor conduct a transparent and competitive recruitment before making this appointment?
No.
Would such appointments, we were told they are political, would they undermine the discharge of the functions of the statutory bodies in question?
Yes, they would, because we have seen the first gentleman exercise the powers bestowed on him as the patron of Meru Youth Service that has led to other illegalities that are in this motion. The precursor to the events that happened at Egoji is his appointment to that office where he went to Egoji Boys to inspect. Then the following day went there with the governor where she committed the wrongs that we'll be looking at later. And when you appoint someone to an office with other people and with a big budget in the county budget, you cannot claim that it's just because he's not paid. You appointed him to do something. It's not just for the sake of it. And the county governor is the CEO of our county. She's not a comedian. We're supposed to take our word serious.
There, sir, in the interest of time, the issue of whether he is paid or is not paid, did the EACC address itself to that issue?
Yes. The EACC in a letter that was written to the governor addressed itself to that issue. And the EACC is a body mandated to ensure that Chapter 6 of the Constitution is enforced.
Chair, the EACC letter is at page 50, or rather 59 of Volume 1. If we had all the time, I would take you through what the EACC, but I'm sure the Chair will read it. As a matter of fact, sir, has the husband of the governor been meddling by virtue of these two appointments?
Yes, yes. Because normally what we have seen and we are likely to see, we are going to see in the videos that come, he normally starts making those bad comments. Then the governor picks up on them, especially the vilification campaign continues. The verification campaign that we have in the motion against various leaders, and he has been doing that in that capacity.
Let's go to the appointment of Rufus. The governor says that Rufus' appointment did not require the approval of the county assembly. Is that correct? Reading of the law to the best of your knowledge?
No, it's not correct.
Is it a correct reading of the prevailing case law on this issue?
No, not actually, because there are two case laws that have been pronounced by the High Court that when an officer is reappointed by a subsequent government, if you find someone in office and you reappoint them to that office, they are supposed to be subjected to the process of approval by the county assembly or the parliament afresh. as if they are being appointed for the very first time.
So the governor's defense that this appointment requires approval, is that defense valid whether as a matter of statute law or this case law?
No, the defense is not valid. It's quite misleading.
Chair, the case law is to be found from page 170 of volume 1. There are two decisions, one by Justice Odunga, the other one by Justice Murima. We will invite you, given the constraints of time, to read them. And their thrust is that this defense the governor has taken is not valid in law. But have you placed any evidence of the appointment of Rufus before this Senate?
Yes, I have.
What evidence?
We have a video that's supposed to be played here.
Yes, but we won't play it, Chair, because of the time you allocated me, because I'm now at a loss. If we had all the time, we'd play all the videos.
We have Annex 3. We also have a transcription of that video. We also have an annex of the governor's Facebook post defending our appointment of Rufus Mireti, despite the fact that Rufus was working for the previous governor.
Have you placed any evidence on the appointment of Hilary Sadi before this Senate?
Yes, I have.
And what is that evidence?
I have a video of him acknowledging that he has been appointed to that position. I also have videos where I also have other material where the governor has advertised that work later after we started the impeachment, and she realized she did something wrong. She goes and advertises the position through the County Public Service Board.
So are trying to advertise after the impeachment motion, would that be an acknowledgement that the impeachment, rather the appointment as initially made, was illegal?
She is acknowledging that she carried a duty that was not hers, or she did not have the power, and averring that she was told by the Intergovernmental Relations Council to do that is not right, because even in those letters they do not say that you can without the due process.
Chairman, I hate to interrupt again. I wanted to request counsel, please, when your witness makes reference to any document, your bundle is paginated. Just tell us which page we can quickly find the document the witness is referring to, so that we can follow the proceedings with you. I thank you.
Chair, I'm guided accordingly. Video Annex 2 is in the flash disk. The transcript of that video is Annex 2A, which is at page 50 to 52 of Volume 1. The document from EACC is Annex 5. It is at page 59 to 61 of Volume 1. Annex 5. It is at page 59 to 61 of Volume 1. Annex 3 is the video on the appointment of Rufus. The transcript of that video is Annex 3A, which is at page 53 to 54 of Volume 1. The Facebook post that has just been mentioned is Annex, which is to be found at page 62 of Volume 1. I had already referred to where you will find the two authorities, Chair, from the High Court. Chair, again, because of the interest of time, I would urge the committee to treat the evidence so far given to the answers the witness has given to my questions to apply equally to all the other alleged illegal appointments, because otherwise I will not be able to traverse the motion. I don't know whether I have your permission to do that.
Chair.
Proceed, Council.
Chair.
Yes, yes.
The letter from EACC that we've been referred to at page 59, Chair, EACC is addressing itself to the allegations. There is nothing in this letter that shows that the EACC has found the governor culpable. And
Very good. True. Senator, just hold your horse. Okay. Let the witness flow. And now when we have time for intervention, just take note of that. You then raise it.
Fair enough, Chair. We will show you when we get there the relevant part of the letter. Let's go to the roadside appointment, sir, at Timau. Have you placed any evidence before the Senate on that roadside appointment?
Yes, Annex 6 video on the appointments at Timau, and I would request that video to be played to this House. And there is Annex 6A, which is a transcription of that video because it's done in Kimeru. She was speaking in Kimeru at Timau.
So, Chair, again, to borrow, because of the time you allocated, is play this video, and the answers to the questions I will ask about the video will apply to all the roadside appointments for purposes of your record. So let's play the video on Timau, which you say is Annex?
Annex 6.
The page.
There is a transcript. 6A.
Chair, can you direct us on the transcript? Where is it, that transcript?
Chair, the transcript of this video is to be found at Annex 6A, which is at page 63 to 72 to 72 of Volume 1. We have other videos, Chair, because I'm addressing this cluster of allegations, Annex 7, and the transcript is to be found at pages 73 to 78 of Volume 1. That relates to the events at Nkobo. The events relating to the committee on the municipality is Annex 7, which is the video. The transcript is at pages 73 to 78. The video about Kianjai is Annex 8, and the transcript is 8A. So you know the structure of the motion, Chair, is if the video is named 2, the transcript is 2A. If the video is named 4, the transcript is 4A, so that it links with the numbering.
I want to help you further.
Yes.
We do not want you to have a complaint
Yes.
that you are not given an opportunity to prove your case.
Yes.
This appears to be a very resourceful witness.
Yes.
Who could be your key witness.
Yes.
Is that so?
That's correct, Chair.
If he's your key witness, then we can borrow from the time of the other remaining 3 witnesses so that he presents his videos.
Fair enough, Chair.
I don't want this committee to assume.
Yes.
We are not going to prove the case for you. Prove your case.
Much guided, Chair. Then, so that maybe we save the time, I'll request, we've just played the video on Timau. If we could kindly play the video at, the next video would be the one at Nkobo, which is Annex 7. Let's play Annex 7.
Probably counsel can read the transcript, particular video.
No, we'll come there, Mr. Witness. But because I want to handle this cluster together, let's play all the videos about this cluster of allegations. Chair, that was just Annex 7. Its transcript is to be found, as I said, at pages 73 to 78. If we could kindly play the video about KNJ, which is Annex number 8.
Order, clerk. I think it will help. Just after the clip or before you introduce the clip, say the clip is proving the following. Then they just leave it there. That it is proving this or it has proved this.
Chair.
Yes.
Chair.
Yes.
I'm really trying to help my learned friend here. You know, he was my classmate. For us to follow what is happening in council, don't tell us the annexure, because your document is not labeled in annexures. Just say the video we are about to play, the transcription is at page 79, so that we follow what is happening. Because, you know, as you know, many of us here don't speak Kimeru at all.
I thought, Chair, I had done that already, but I can repeat. Or before the video. Fair enough. I'm guided. Honorable DMK, what does the video about the events in Timau show?
Yeah, the first video that was played was for the governor at Timao, where she is telling the public that she is introducing firefighters, and then she is going to employ local people there to be driving them and to be using them to respond to fire incidences. And then she is asking them, if I bring people from far, are they going to know? She mentions various places around Timao that the public seems to know. And then they know that those people who she will bring will not know. Then she goes ahead and the public asks her, can we employ that one? Then that person comes over. The governor says, can we employ that person? The public says no. Then she tells the person, you have been refused, go down. Then next, she did the advertisement and the recruitment and hired them on site and told them you have been hired. And then on the same place, on the same podium, she rejected more than I don't think, from that video, she said that she wanted to employ 4 people, but it seems like it's 2 people who she has agreed with. And sometimes the public is hard saying, yes, employ that one, but she doesn't hear what they say. Then she tells the applicant for the job, you have been rejected and go on. So sometimes she's not even in sync with the public on the person the public is telling her, employ that person, which is wrong because there is no provision in law for public participation in employment, if that was it, or roadside employment.
So we are talking about firefighters here. Is this a specialized job or it's a job anybody can do?
It's a specialized job that requires someone to be trained either at the National Youth Service or any other body that trains firefighters.
Is a political rally, sir, an appropriate forum for shortlisting, vetting the persons who are appropriate for that specialized job?
No, it's not.
At any rate, does the governor have any legal mandate to recruit county workers in a public forum, in a political rally, the way she appears on that video?
No, it's not. It's the mandate of the County Public Service Board to advertise for jobs and recruit competitively for any employee in the County Public Service.
As the governor contested in her response the authenticity of this recording?
She has not contested it.
Chair, we'll play now the event for Kenjay, and so that I don't fall into trouble again.
Yeah, the next video was where she was recruiting now guards at Nkobo.
Let's
using the same method.
Let's do the
video.
Nkobo one.
Nkobo is the one that has been played.
Let's do the one for Kenjay. Kenjay, Chair, is Annex 8, and the transcript for that video is to be found at pages 79 to 81 of Volume 1.
Modern nampeta ome ningweta nambere kuromba tutongerie miru mtotazo mazome njete roe njete ng'ambe yone ng'ambe katika jina la Yesu. Bwana asifiwe. Ebi arende na intobi bingi ndetete lakini mbere ndete intobi na mbena nkanira nkwenda kuwa by Friday. Chewe mutongerie wure mbere njuma roe kedra roe soko yeto mbene nishe njuma tukuwata nila roe kwiri koda roe ko wende ni nambere ya royo wanda administrator amwana sub county administrator ibabwiri kwedra bebu kalidiande wachara antobatano bakwege la voko yeto ya kianja ninga kazanto rai yeke nangoe wanda ndimini kenda toba iki utaratibu burabu eta baandekwa batokwege la voko yeto. Tuko pamoja mbele royo liwarezoa wanda administrator na sub county admin ibabwiri kwezwa borio karanze na ntobadoko na tongeria boko na wochi malibaye babe ibaye ko bakande ko bakalia wochi bakalia zako yetu. Tuko pamoja. Bwana asifiwe. Zoko eneo ke mubango kana mebango yetu ila tueneo eneo ndekira ili zoko number 1 kuimba. Enkaimba Enkaimba Waya munona otiaraga taratibu Betule wa miaka ya wadani mungu betuweka wadani wonga wana ni mama wakare roiwa. Hiyo ni uongo. Ezo kogankaimba katika jina la Yesu. Zoko ng'ombe tukamerekebisha. Mondan. Anto be yeke njaiba kezera kuzoko yuko na izoko ina mutongelia mwekuru. Ukujali mwantu waka ana kamero. Tuwamore. Bonge na buiwa drainage.
Perhaps if we stop it there, Chair. Honorable DMK, in summary, what was the governor saying in the video we just played to the Senate as indicated in the transcript of that video?
What the governor has done is she was directing the sub-county administrator and the ward administrator for Kianjai ward to recruit watchmen and sweepers, and then she will find a way of regularizing those appointments through the formal process. That they should be people from that area because they are the ones who understand that area. They are hustlers. There are so many people there without jobs, so they should just pick people from that area and then recruit them immediately. Then she gave the numbers of watchmen and I think 2 watchmen and the sweepers who are supposed to be recruited for the market of Kianjai, and directing sub-county administrators and the ward administrators to usurp the functions of the County Public Service Board.
Would that amount to interference with the statutorily ordained organs and procedures for employing county workers?
Yes.
Does the governor have any legal mandate to recruit county workers of the type she was directing the ward administrators to recruit?
No, it's illegal for her to do it, and it's illegal that she's directing someone to commit an illegality.
Would our interference unduly influence the recruitment of the cadre of workers in question?
Come again?
Would the governor's usurpation unduly influence the County Public Service Board in employing the specific cadre of workers referred to in the video?
Yes, a usurpation can interfere because she's the CEO of the county.
Does that exert undue pressure on them to employ the specific persons the governor has identified in the public rally?
Yes, that's what she was implying by directing them to employ. Then they bring the names, then she is going to regularize. That means that she is going to apply undue influence to the Public Service Board to recruit the people these people have been ordered to do.
Let's go to the Committee on the Municipality Affairs. Is there a law that regulates how the municipality of Meru is to be run?
Yes. The County Assembly of Meru adopted or passed the Municipal Charter that has created the Municipal Board that is supposed to oversee all matters to do with the management of Meru Town, because it has been classified as a municipality under the Municipal and Cities Act.
What is the body authorized by that law to run matters of the municipality, whether it's parking, whether it is garbage collection, whatever it is? What is the body mandated by law to deal with those issues?
It is the Municipal Board.
Does the governor have any powers to direct the Municipal Board how to discharge its functions?
No, it's an autonomous body.
But have you placed any evidence, sir, before this Senate of the governor's interference with the functions of the Municipal Board?
Yes, I have placed a video here that can be played of the governor interfering with the working of the Meru Municipal Board in a speech in a meeting she had organized of the business, the Matatu sector in Meru town, annexed as Annex 9. Then there is Annex 9A in the motion.
The transcript share Annex 9A would be at page 82 to 85 of Volume 1. We can now play Annex 9.
Identify Narangari Kamata, obstruction in town, Yashare Mutongi, and the Grand Nagoduake, Excellency, Stingy, and G4S. Without an hour, member by way of Folam, Kidurano, he can then to Stingy, the individual. And they, if you are in Dinamo, Bacaumbera.
No, to one Bakaumera.
Bakaumera? Bakaumera, Your Excellency. Bakaumera.
Bateja. Bamba baitobere. Baba mama mio. Kenda baba ngibona sauti yokeria. Aya, kamete yetu tumeambilia tumekele bwana Angelo kwa Angelo Neze. Kamete je ikelo ina mzungu eko mzungu inaitele. Mzungu eko ametoka. Mzungu kamete je tumekele mukuru tom. Kamete je tumekele Andrew ni kiongozi. Kameteje bando na mainge na iva na mutevia. Kameteje tumurumi nkondi. Kameteje tumurumi mutuma bab. Njende yatanga na kameteje tumiongere Frida. Ko Frida revenue. Kukatiku. Ukamete yantu bangana. Kwa kaya sawa utukwa na ina agenda sawa utukwa na ina agenda natonye mse wetu natonye na ndene ngana uwete kara memono na ndeka mete yetu eme yangu kwambelia Jumatatu Jumaine na Jumatano Alhamisi Bedro bakumenya anto bonde bali alaba buruka tukuwasanira na kamete eze tumiengo hii ya kudhaura baba tekiela kwa njifo hezi kwa Muhammad wote batigere idurano biko zilwa bwera pilonga meri ni obishisieto tisa sawa Wagwino yobo kwenda chama ni okamete. Ale mwome babare. Angelo. Aya chama ni yote Angelo. Vice chairman ni kiongozi. Tunasana ne Filinda. Organizing secretary Nkondi. Bangene member.
Maybe we post it there again for the interest of time. Bwana DMK, please tell the Senate in summary what was happening as per this video and the transcript.
Yeah, what was happening is the governor had organized a meeting for taxi operators in Meru Town at Kenoru Stadium, and they were saying the various issues that are affecting them in the conduct of their business, where they want to locate their stages, pick passengers and all that, and all those issues that pertain to the organization of the transport sector, especially for the small cars in Meru Town. And now, in that particular meeting, she is directing who will be the chairman. She first of all picks people randomly from the meeting, and then directs who will be chairman, who will be vice chairman, who will be treasurer. And then that is the committee that she has told at the tail end of the video to go out there in the town and conduct elections for various matatu stages. And that's not their work.
These people she has lined up in the video, there was an Angelo there. Is he a member of the Meru Municipal Board?
No.
Is Muzungu a member of the municipal board?
No.
Is Tom a member of the municipal board?
No.
Indeed, is any of the members of that committee she has lined up a member of the municipal board?
No.
Would this interference undermine the statutory discharge of the functions of the municipal board?
Yes, it will. Because we have a board that is in office, that is even drawing allowances from the county, and they are doing nothing because the governor has sorted to creating her own board or a committee to run the affairs of Meru Town when there is another board in office, which is likely also to create more conflicts that she is trying to solve.
So we have a governor here directing ward administrators, usurping the functions of the county public service board and now the municipal board. Does the law of this country allow the governor to set up parallel structures for running the county outside those known to the law?
No, she is not allowed. I think she operates on the paradigm that maybe she's the first governor, there are no structures, there are no laws. She's creating her own systems.
Let's go to the second cluster of allegations, which is the campaigns against other leaders. Starting with the minority leader, have you placed any evidence before the Senate?
Yes.
To support the allegation of humiliation of the minority leader?
The video Annex 11, there is a video and there is Annex 11A,
11A,
which is
Chair.
a transcription of that video.
11A will be found at pages 86 to 90 of Volume 1. If we could play Annex 11.
No, kila speaker ingo kareje. Kwa kila speaker.
Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Ano kwa yombe. Lakini uteo kwa. Watu tichokera. Mulungu aregoro. Mulungu na kutikira. Watu ile kama naria. Tuwe itia umachiombe.
Ikwete bote kwa umaura. Nawe baba bote kwa umakeombe.
Ikera nini?
Si akataka botano na evidence sioze huwa ikweko.
Deda botikira. Alwarenga bana to ichi onda waria. Waita ite. Not to number 1. Tikira ni boire. No, otero kawasore.
So, Honorable DMK, in summary, what transpired at this forum as per the view?
Yeah, the governor had visited Meronkanga, which is a small place in a Kithe ward, where the minority leader of the county assembly comes from. And then the governor calls him up and tells him in front of she first of all incites the public by asking, should he come and apologize to me? Like she was lording over him. Come and apologize. Then she somehow, the public was saying no initially, but then she continued talking and asking the public, should he come and apologize to me? Then the minority leader is called up. Then she tells the minority leader, come and apologize to me. Then she gives him the mic. And the minority leader says, I'm not going to apologize for things I don't know about. Why you're telling me to apologize before you? Then the governor is prodding him. And the minority leader says, most of the allegations the governor has labeled against MCAs here are not true. Then the governor intervenes and asks him, can you tell this public which ones are not true? And then she goes on and tells him, just say sorry to me. Don't worry. I'll protect you against the speaker. And then she doesn't also tell him what she is protecting against the speaker of the assembly for and what dangers he was facing against the speaker that she was seeking Then the minority leader says, I cannot apologize for things that I don't know I'm apologizing about. Then she goes and grabs the mic from him and tells him to sit down. Then she continued with her speech of putting him in his place.
Has the governor contested the accuracy of that recording in the video?
She has not contested it.
In her response, has she contested the accuracy of the transcript of that video?
She has not.
In her response, has she disclosed the offense supposedly committed by the minority leader that warranted the demand for a public apology?
No, she is not disclosing what he had done to apologize to her publicly.
Does our law permit governors to parade other leaders and demand public apologies from them for non-disclosed wrongs?
The Constitution and the existing laws do not permit it. They do not permit humiliation. Actually, the Constitution demands that you treat other people, not just leaders. This is a people's representative. Do not treat other people with respect. That is Chapter 6. It's a basic requirement of Chapter 6.
Does Chapter 6 forbid bullying?
Yes, it does. And even the Public Officer Ethics Act defines what bullying is and forbids it.
Let's go to the events revolving around the senator.
Chair, before council moves, Chair, because there was a specific allegation about the grabbing of the microphone, and I know we are constrained for time, it will be beneficial for us to be able to see that for ourselves. I have not seen it on the video that was played, so perhaps we can see that video in its entirety because there was a specific allegation.
Maybe you can play it towards the end, Chair.
Towards the end.
Order. In fact, I have given you an extra 30 minutes. Your witness is now 4 minutes away from 1 hour. So, organize your evidence so that you conclude it in these 4 minutes.
Okay, Chair will organize accordingly. The challenge, as I said, is we have very many allegations and we are all constrained for time. I would suggest we go to the video, if I have your permission, that relates to the senator and the cabinet secretary, which is Annex 13. The transcript for that video is Annex 13A, which is to be found at pages 98 to 101 of Volume 1. If we could kindly play the video. So, in summary, Honorable DMK, according to this video, first of all, has the governor challenged the accuracy of the recording in the video?
No, she has not.
In her response, has she challenged the transcription of that video?
She has not.
But in summary, who are the people speaking in that video?
It's the husband who first of all opens by vilifying the Senator for Meru County, Honorable Kadhuri Murungi, and the CS for Agriculture, by saying that they are demanding that they share government between the three of them. Then the governor comes in and picks it up and says that the senator and the CS are demanding that a share of my government, and I don't want to share anything. I will not give them mkate quarter, I will not give them mkate nusu, I will have the whole bread, and I'm not going to share any power with them. And then he says they are using that leverage to block her from accessing the president, and then she goes on to say that she will stay with the president whether the two of them like it or not.
Now, as Kawira placed, or rather, sorry, Chair, my apologies, as the Honorable Governor placed any material before the Senate to justify these accusations she makes against the Cabinet Secretary and against the Senator for Meru?
She has not placed any material to back up our claims of their demands.
As a matter of fact, has she placed any material from the videos we've played so far justifying the claim she was making against the other leaders?
She has not justified any claims she has been making, and the vilification campaign she has been carrying on against other leaders.
Let's go to the MP Tigania East. Chair, the video for Tigania East to be Annex 14. The transcript is Annex 14A, which is set out in pages 102 to 107 of Volume 1. If we could play Annex 14.
Niseme nisiseme, mpuru abore SMS ili atumete na kampuni ili aretete thirikari na account monkada ici aretete kampuni ciawe kampuni mwe kampuni 12 ndene account ya Meru ofisine Kawira Mwangaza na kampuni cionthe mpuru icia kuici bati kweja wangu weci akukuria barabara Meru nikenda bere ano Kawira Mwangaza ibo kwenda huu tudhanie Kawira Mwangaza dhanie mporo contract sa county yote nikenda bawatanira na ndebo igwake tumage kuringwa na venera rara Meru au ni onyongwe roma au ni onyongoe bwaja gato dai tukwaria Kawira Mwangaza otonya obisine ntukwembere mporo abori na kethea ndari orongonete kotini akara liontobogu ejire na baroga ya pending bill ya milioni nkoroki ya 10 akiwa Kawira Mwangaza ndabatere korea TV ya mporo milioni nkoroki ya 10 ate thirikari county enera ndore ya nkoroki ya milioni 10 ya mporo ibo kwa wadabo dai baroga ya ofisi ya Kawira Mwangaza ile mporo ajire neo akiuga TV ewe neritrete thirikari county ngugene ne muno abati kure wankurukie milioni 10 Kawira Mwangaza auga atamba kure ambesa yu no mongasi ambe itegerwe ichunguswe imenyekane ngugere kusitete kumenyekethera milioni 10 ibati kure wa TV emporo kana milioni 10 ibati kweje kathomithia kana gatigania niseme nisiseme nitoboe nisitoboe.
So in summary, sir, and we are really constrained for time, in summary, what was transpiring as per that video?
So the governor and the spouse were in a meeting in Tigania East, and then they went on a verification campaign against the local MP in Aburi, claiming that the reason why there is a disagreement between the governor and the MP for Tigania East is that the MP has brought 14 companies so that the governor can award all of them county tenders. And then the spouse claimed that Mporo has brought a pending bill of 10 million that is supposed to be paid to Mporo's TV called Meru TV, and he cannot substantiate where these pending bills are emanating from. And then he is asking the public, should we give tenders, all county tenders, to 14 companies owned by Mpuru Aburi, and then we deny the children of Tigania bursaries for school, bursaries for their kids, and the public, of course, knows no. And then when the governor rose to speak, she did not deny, she in fact picked up from there, she did not deny these allegations from the spouse. And it also goes on to explain why the spouse is at the middle, through these appointments that she has given him, in the middle of the county, affairs.
Now, as Honorable Kawere Mongaza, in her response, challenged the authenticity of the video we played?
She has not.
Has she challenged the accuracy of the transcript of that video?
She has not.
In her response, has she attached the SMSs she claims Honorable Mpuru has sent him, making these demands of 10 million?
No, there are no SMSs that have been sent where the husband is alleging that Mpuru had sent the wife, who is the governor, SMSs claiming to be paid money. So he did not acquire those SMSs from the governor so that he brings them to this house.
The letter she claims Honorable Mpuru sent her demanding the money, has she attached that letter to her response?
She has not.
Chair, I pray now we go to the Catholic Church. That would be Annex 15, which is the video. The transcript of that video is Annex 15A, which is to be found in pages 108 to 114 of Volume 1. If we play the video, Chair.
Kwanza kila dakika wakiomba wanaomba amani. Na wewe ndio governor. Kwani wewe hutaki amani? Na kama hutaki amani, naona umeanza kuchanganyikiwa. Na umechanganyikiwa, ungeingia kwa hii kanisa leo ulikuwa imevaliwa rent. Mam, ukijua rent inamaanisha nini? Kikatholiki wajana estimand.
Iwo na bagekera cia rendi kana cia papo kana cia pinki. Na meankie kadhiorongwa. Bado itakuwa baraka.
Na wale advisor uko nao hawajasoma na wewe hujasoma, ndio unaona umeanza kuingilia hata mambo ya Mungu.
Ndio sababu unaona sisi tumevaa zile nguo za LED kwa sababu wale wako na shida na sisi. Hiyo maombi itaonyesha mambo.
Hiyo kanisa unasikia tukiitwa wezi nini? Ajue kama si Katholiki mimi singekuwa naongea. Katholiki ndio ilichukua walemavu, Katholiki ndio inachukua yule mtu mlemavu, inaweka wanakaa na yeye kwa nyumba moja.
Abiumia birebi kurukite nyuma ya battery bakansa ya Katholiki batongetwe ni battery Lawrence Micheni. Kurita misa na nguo intune nyuma ya bokurwa n'ingabana Kawira ne bayete mundajura juri na ikarobia MYS. Kawira agichokia migambo iji.
Bagwatia mengi. Ndeuga nani ne untone mbije maandiko. Muntu kalita morogio gwetu ambara mua gotumwa ne mbaraki. Ero ete okarumane. Agererie gotumura kanywaga kirumie ka kitharimo. Iwo na bagekera cia rendi kana cia papo kana cia pinki. Na meankie kadhiorongwa. Bado itakuwa baraka kwa wenye haki.
Chair, I would want us to play this video with another one on the Catholic Church so that I take the questions together, which is Annex 21.
But as you do it, yes, I want you to be aware, yes, that this witness has done 1 hour and 4 minutes.
I'm conscious of that, Chair.
The remaining time is for all the other witnesses. You're conscious?
Fair enough, Chair.
Very good, very good.
Nonto mwathani ore morongo bathari menonto netuice ne batethagia Meru County na nthi ingi mwanya bakareta masibitari bakareta kinya masukuru riu mbeca ici cigwetwa milioni 6 na 7 ni kidogo kirogo mwathani baringithie batucokerie nonto uri Ngai ibwa gato bathari ma Mungu wetu na indene ritwa la Yesu Kristo mwathani twaromba na gucokia Ngai.
So, very quickly, Honorable DMK, what was happening in these events recorded in these two videos?
Yeah, so the governor has gone to war with the Catholic Church, even from our own submissions, saying that they stole the land at Igoji, where Igoji Boys is placed, and they elected a school there, Igoji Boys, which now was leased to the previous county administration by the church, where...
Chair, again, I am totally lost. Which page is that transcription?
For video 21?
The page, so that we can follow the transcription, please.
Page 108, Chair, of volume 1 to page 114.
Yes, so the governor now was mocking the priests for wearing rent apparel or whatever clothes they were wearing to do a mass. And they were doing this mass because the governor had told them that they have stolen 6 million shillings from the county. So she was conducting a mock prayer against the church and saying they do good deeds, but they have stolen 6 million. May you, God, touch them to return that money to the county. So then she sees in video 21, she sees them off. As they left, the priest left the venue of the meeting after the governor and finished, of course, vilifying them to the public.
Has the governor lodged any complaint to the Land Commission to confirm the Catholic Church grabbed the public land in question?
I have not seen any complaint the governor has lodged with the National Lands Commission to establish the legality.
Chair, I really hate to do this, Chair, but Council, please direct me to the page of the transcript where she is saying the Catholic Church stole this land in Igoji. Just please, so that we can follow what is being said. On which page is that?
There is from page 108, Chair, and I think at this rate, Chair, I also crave for your protection because even after I give the pages, my colleague still comes back to complain I haven't given the pages, and it's eating really into my time. I had indicated it is pages 108 to 114.
Chair, I think Council has misunderstood me.
Very well. Council, bear with us. Why we are bending all the way backwards is because we want to give you a chance. All the way backwards is because we want to give you a chance to make your case.
Yes.
We don't want to make decisions based on what we think.
Yes.
We will make based on what we hear from you. And please, the stories of your colleague, those were your days. When you're here, he's the Senator for Nairobi, and you are the council for the County Assembly of Meru.
Fair enough, Chair. I'm just pointing out your answer to show I had actually given the pages.
Chair, he has given a range of pages, 108 to 114, which is a long transcript of the entire speech. There is a specific allegation that the governor is saying the Catholic Church stole land at Igoji. For that specific allegation, I want the transcription, the page. Where
it is at page 109, Chair. Page 109 of volume 1.
Maybe I have the wrong document, Chair, because at 109, I do not see that transcription.
Chair, I'd encourage you to see your page 109, the very last paragraph in English. I encourage you to see the second paragraph in page 109 about the religious apparel. And like I say, the transcript is for the entire video. If I had the time, if we weren't working with these crazy timelines, I have no difficulty. I will take all the time to take you through every comma and full stop. But I'm also conscious of your reminders that the time taken extra by this witness will be deducted from my other witnesses.
Yes, I understand your difficulty. What the senator is looking for is precision. The statement here is saying, because the land does not belong to my sons, it is not my land or my home. I am protecting wealth for Igoji children and the people of Meru. She has said that. But where she now says that the Catholic has stolen is missing in this.
I'm sure I can get it if I need, like I said, Chair, it's all in the record.
Very good. So let me help you.
Yes.
Members, let's bear with him. He's trying to beat time. As you know, we are not going to believe everything that the witness is saying by way of translation. We will have a Meru expert who will also agree with you in this translation. It's not ending here. So during report writing, we will be able to verify what you're saying.
Much
so
obliged, Chair.
Proceed, yeah.
So, Honorable DMK, in the response, has the governor challenged the accuracy of the two videos?
No, she has not.
Has she challenged the translation and transcript of those videos?
No, she has not.
Has she complained to the EACC about any land grabbing from the Catholic Church?
No, she has not.
Let's assume for a minute that the governor was right, that the Catholic Church had indeed grabbed the land. Would that entitle her to make these utterances, given the emotive nature of land in this question, in this country?
No, the utterances are quite risky and dangerous, even endangering the lives of the priests who are there in that particular function. And also, it's likely to stir, because we have seen in so many countries where a region has been used even to wage wars against each other. We have seen the breakdown in Central African Republic. Sudan was divided because of a region. Northern Ireland, Nigeria, Biafra, so many other countries where a region is an emotive issue that should be approached with caution, especially by people in authority.
Chair, the legal counsel is giving speculative information rather than the, affidavits as shared, the transcript as shared, seeking the opinion of the witness is not in order.
Yes, Senator, the counsel is an experienced lawyer, and you know that you're doing that at your own detriment. The committee will not pay any attention to that opinion. So it's not helping you.
I'm guided, Chair.
Counsel.
I'll retract.
Let the witness spend his time, adducing evidence. But opinion, it just ends there. Opinion will not affect us. It will not direct us. We know where to get opinion from authorities. The witness has not all of a sudden become an authority.
Honorable DMK is organizing public rallies by governors, the official way of addressing land grievances in this country?
Of course not.
Let's go to the allegations about forceful entry into the assembly. That, Chair, would be Annex 16, and we'll play together with Annex 17. The transcript for Annex 16 is to be found at page 115 of Volume 1. The transcript for Annex 17 is to be found at page 116 to 121 of Volume 1. If we could begin with Annex 16.
Iban
Let's place 17 so that we'll take the questions together.
That's not the video.
Annex 17, please.
That one.
Is still with the County Assembly of Meru. Unfortunately, our Kungoja, they barred me from entering the assembly, which I did by force or by God's grace. And then immediately after kuanza kuongea wakatoka nje. Na walipotoka nje wakaimba mapambano.
So in summary, what is transpiring here, sir?
Yes, it's at the County Assembly of Meru where there was a Gazette sitting. The governor was supposed to come and give her address. And when she came to the assembly, I think the day before, there was a communication to her that according to the way the environment is, she should avoid coming to the assembly at that particular point. But she came by force, like she acknowledged, and forced her way into the assembly. Then the members never walked out on her. They never listened to her during that day. And she acknowledged herself that she came in by force. She came with a crowd. And that crowd is the one now that started throwing stones immediately she left the assembly after the members had left. She walked out because she was left alone with the speaker in the assembly. Then she walked out. The crowd and gathered at the gate. That's where she's speaking from. And after that, the crowd now, after all the speech she made, telling them that these MCAs are cartels, thieves, that's when now the stone throwing started happening towards the assembly.
Are governors allowed to go to make their maiden speech accompanied by crowds to the assembly?
No.
Are governors allowed to have their crowns force their way through the precincts of the assembly?
No.
Has she placed any material before the Senate to show that MCAs were members of a cartel, as she says on the video?
No.
Chair, we now propose to deal with the allegation on PFM laws and their breach. And for that purpose, we will play Annex 18. The transcript is to be found at pages 122 to 127 of Volume 1. Further evidence of that allegation, Chair, is to be found in page 128 of Volume 1. If we could kindly play the video.
Ili kuambiria kurekerwo thai bakana nja ciao tukweja na wiva kire aje pau imbangite kuitanira ngugi na professionals ndauga professionals ikuga CS na chief officer bara tugatara no monka bedro baije betete kurita ngugi iriku na bare aritingoge ba thirikari kana bare aritingoge ba sibitari para bomba kuelewa mantu ya mwaje na mantu ya muritingoge onge mwenzao kwa ukire atongeria baere bara bakeja kisiasa. That is CEC and chief officer lazima wawe madaktari. Itoko need welfare kana wellness ya ritingoge beto basibitari tudotwe na wellness center kenda baba baguita ngoge goko pokurukira a lot of stigma kuona antu baunekangi kuona antu baje tu bakaliona nona baketho abena center ire inyabo bongo bomba kwarirwo be madaktari betu bakaigwa bagacokanira. Bwana sifiwe. Wao daktari waome, maana wewe ndio chief officer wetu hapa na Mungu atakuinua, utabarikiwa na utapitishwa na assembly yetu. Naomba tuwe na wellness center ya wafanyikazi wetu.
and that should be done very fast. Ndio wale ambao wanapitia mambo magumu tumba gutetheria ritibeto bangoge patika umie riraba kuona aje beto. Untu bombera bravo tumete sibitari chetu shedwa itena dawa kwena mbesha ichi bore aga na aje nyingi wetare ukagitithwa mbesha iri kuthuranwa na mbesha iu cijoka gwige kiro akire account nene kana bakayukia bashi surrender kaire back to the county government igeta nande bakeja gucoka irua kaire kana bakeja kuthithaia nande budget kenda batira kuthithaia nande budget kenda batetherua na kuma narua mbesha iria cikurogotwa ndene sibitari itebwiri gwitage county government kaire ibwiri gukara within this level 5 or level 6 poka ibanga buingwa na ndawa cienu na ndawa na otethio wa sibitari kenda sibitari yomba gukura gutesaga kana parastato yomba kwethwa ekele meta mbesha ciao to another body itobwiri kwethwa twena utaratibu bobwega kethira tugakuria sibitari cietu. So bodi yetu na hata pia viongozi wa hospitali, naomba pesa zenu ziwe ni zenu. Kama tutaongezea tukiwa county government tuongezee, lakini zenu ni zenu. Tukugwatanira buu kwa ukiriria already be national tuibombete kuudhurania. Hawa ni waaminifu na ni watu wazuri, wamesanya average ya 30 million. Naomba kama milioni 20 itumiwe kuprocure madawa, watu wakifika the day after tomorrow pedre kuena dawa.
In short, what is transpiring in this video, sir?
Yeah, the governor was giving waivers to patients at the Meru Level 5 hospital, and she was also directing the management of the Meru Level 5 hospital not to cease remitting the monies that they collect from the hospital to the county revenue fund and start spending it at source to procure medicines.
Does the Meru Level 5 have an independent management body?
Yes, they have an independent management body headed by the CEO.
Does the governor have any power under the law establishing the Meru Level 5 hospital to give the waivers she was giving?
No, the power is given by law to the CEC in charge of health and finance.
Would the governor's directive interfere with the free and independent exercise of the mind of the CEO and the board?
Yes, she's the CEO of the county, so our word is taken with the evidence it should be taken with.
Lastly, Chair, this is the last one. Let's deal with the misconduct under theme number 5 about nomination of CECs. The evidence, Chair, will be Annex 19, which is the video, and the transcript of Annex 19 is at page 132 to 137 of Volume 1. Further evidence is in Annex 20, the transcript of which is to be found in pages 138 to 139 of Volume 1. Again, in the interest of time, I would pray we play the two clips together, then we can take the questions.
Tena wasiwasi ya kwamba I made the right choice kuojere voji na kiangwa kana geto kenda kapeperusha bendera ya Meru County kageta kwa waziri chawekasi na bado sijakosa matumaini nembije gitare gakinya nagaka kana katika ranja hapana huyo ako kwa serikali ndani kabisa kera alogana gewa muingira ge waziri kuinga milango serikali ya mama ni kubwa sana ngakala ndene na kwanza nkamuleta ili ubwekethana gyari aja wathuganagia ni ukumenya muno. Bwana asifiwe. Oyo mwagacurikire gojuju leonde ena power na ndienda kuleta ororia ndi nthumba ya mwathani gaka kana gaka mujumbe tiga stori cia MCA atakuwa mjumbe andikara wandikaga gavana wetu ni kiroria atakuwa mjumbe na agikarakara tiga murango jojwa ingana jo waziri wa county aka waziri wa national government. Bwana asifiwe. Leo kana guteka make ndaugite gojiri tano na wakuririkana kawira kandi je gojiga ntokega lakini ngoma ni murongo nego jinkari gwatiro na nkari kani.
What is transpiring according to that video, sir, very quickly?
Yes. Now, the transcript and translation to that video is the governor was at Igoji Westward and she was trashing the process that was used to reject one of the nominees from that area where she was. She was the nominee for youth. And then she says that even if the MCA for this area led the process of rejecting her, I'll bring her here as an administrator so that they can be pushing each other from here. Because she was a contestant in the previous election against that MCA, then the governor nominated her. So the governor was directing that she's going to bring her into government and bring her right into that ward where she was contesting so that she can be able to deal with that MCA because of rejecting her to be a CCM member of the County Assembly of Meru.
What should the governor do if a CEC nominee is rejected by the Assembly?
She is supposed to resubmit names with a fresh list to the County Assembly for consideration according to the County Assembly's Approval Act. Has the governor done that? No, she did not do that. Indeed, she usurped the powers granted to the CCM under the County Governments Act, under the County Governments Act, and she reduced the ministries from 10 to 6, that is 46 of the County Government Act, and she reduced the ministries to 6 and said she is not going to submit any new names. She just, the 3 who are approved out of 10, she gave them more departments, and the deputy governor one more department, and collapsed the department without the involvement of CECs who had been approved themselves and refused to submit fresh names for consideration.
Is a governor allowed to conduct public vilification campaigns against an assembly for rejecting a CEC nominees?
Of course not.
Now, very quickly, I'll show you the response by the governor to the motion before you. To the best of your knowledge, was the governor given the opportunity to defend herself before the assembly?
Yes. The assembly gave her a notice. I also gave her a notice according to the directions that were issued by the court, because I brought the first motion and it was quashed by the courts. Then later on I brought this motion that is before this house, and then we gave her a notice to appear either by herself or her legal representatives, and she refused to do that.
Chair, that invitation is to be found at page 49 of volume 3, page 49 of volume 3 of the Assembly's documents. So these documents she is now placed before the Senate. Did the Assembly have the benefit of considering them now that she never responded to the motion?
No, the members of the Assembly did not have the benefit of looking at the various defenses she has put forth for the charges placed before the Assembly.
Let's go to page 2 of our volume 2. Share the volume 2 of the governor's response. You have opened page 2 to 2 of the governor's response. It's 2 in bold at the bottom. That document, sir, is dated 22nd of October, right?
Yes.
Would the governor with due diligence have placed this document before the assembly?
Yes, she should have brought it before the assembly.
Let's go to the document by Honorable Simon Kiambi at page 9 of the governor's response. Honorable Kiambi says MCAs were coerced and unduly influenced, paragraph 4 of that affidavit. Has he disclosed who coerced them?
No, he has not.
He talks of violence, harassment, and other things. Has he disclosed who was harassing them?
He has not disclosed, neither has he said that he reported to the police about this violence, physical violence that he said was meted on him.
He says MCAs feared being denied privileges at paragraph 8. Has he identified the privileges in question and who was threatening to withdraw them?
No, he said that the privileges granted by their parties is the deputy majority party whip, and that has not been denied or taken away by the party from him.
Let's go to page 12. There is a transcript of a video. Was this video available to the governor at the time of the impeachment?
Yes, the video was available.
Could she, with due diligence, have placed it before the assembly?
She should have placed it before the assembly.
Did she actually place it before the assembly?
No, she did not.
What about the video alluded to at page 24, the transcript? Was it available to the governor at the time of the impeachment?
Yes, by the date, this should have been adduced at the assembly.
Did she adduce it before the assembly?
No.
Let's go to page 27 of our response, in which she invites us to conclude is because she's a woman. That is why she has these problems, and she alludes this to show that the former governor, who was a man, equally appointed his spouse. Does that document refer to a decision by the former governor?
No, this is a decision of the County Executive Committee dated 22nd March 2018.
So does that document show that the problems the governor has is because she's a woman?
No. Our problems do not relate in any way to being a woman.
This decision at page 27 cites a particular section of the law. As the governor in her voluminous response pointed a single section of the law permitting her to do any of the multiple things she has done?
No, she did not point to the laws that were permitting her to appoint the spouse to county offices.
Let's go to page 42. What's the date on that document?
31st October 2022.
Was this document available as at the time of the impeachment?
Yes, it was available and it was not adduced to the county assembly.
Let's go to the one at page 45. Was this document available to the governor at the time of the impeachment?
Yes.
By the date written there?
145. This could not have been available because it's dated 19th December. Oh no.
No, page 45. Page 45. My page 45, Chair, is the letter from the Speaker. I hope we are on the same page.
Yes. This is dated 1st November 2022.
Was it available to the governor?
To the governor, and she should have adduced it at the county assembly hearings.
But the last paragraph of that letter tells the governor to do something. What does it tell her?
It is asking her that she had got a consultative meeting of Meru leaders, and the Speaker replied by telling her to consider postponing the scheduled meeting to another date because the members were not available at that particular date.
To the best of your knowledge, has the governor ever fixed another date?
She never fixed another date.
Is it therefore open to her to say it is the MCAs refusing to hear her or to hold consultative meetings?
No, she should have fixed another meeting by consulting with the speaker to see the schedules when there are sittings or when there are likely training schedules for the MCAs. That's what she should have done.
Let's go to the document at page 51. What is the date of that document?
The date of this document is 23rd November 2022.
Was it available to the governor at the time of the impeachment?
Yes, it was available and it was not adduced to the county assembly.
Who has authored this document?
This has been authored by CPS Virginia Kawera, Acting Secretary stroke CEO, the County Public Service Board.
Has this person ever been vetted by the assembly as required by law?
No, the name has appeared the first time here in the replying affidavit. We don't know when she was appointed, and the name was never submitted.
Has this person sworn an affidavit before this Senate?
No, she has not.
Has she sworn a witness statement before this Senate?
She has not.
Let's go to the document at page 52. What is the date on that document?
This is dated 19th December 2022.
Is this before or after the impeachment?
It's after 14th December when the Assembly approved the impeachment motion.
So is this a document made before or after the event?
This was made as an afterthought after the event. That's when it was written.
Let's go to the document at page 53. What is the date on it?
This is 22nd November 2022.
Was it available to the governor at the time of the impeachment?
Yes, this was available.
Was it placed before the assembly?
It was not placed before the assembly.
Who has signed it?
It has been assigned by Angelo K. Gitonga, the Acting Chief Officer, Legal Affairs, Public Service Management and Administration.
Is this a member of the County Public Service Board?
No.
Would this person therefore be competent to speak about the illegal appointments?
No.
Has this person, after all, sworn any evidence by way of affidavit or witness statement before the Senate?
No.
Let's go to the document at page 54. What is the date on that document?
The Tuesday, 22nd November 2022.
Was this document available to the governor at the time of the impeachment?
Yes, it was.
Was it placed before the assembly?
No.
Let's go to the document at page 64. When is this document sworn?
The 17th day of December 2022.
Is that before or after the impeachment?
After the impeachment.
Is it a document made after the event?
Yes.
Or before the event?
After the event.
Could this document with due diligence have been made earlier and placed before the assembly?
Yes, they could have sworn the affidavit when they were called upon to produce their evidence, the replying evidence at the assembly, and they did not.
Chair, that answer applies to all the documents up to page, so that I don't take more of your time than is necessary, to 67. Let's go to page 67 of the governor's response. What is the date?
It's dated 22nd November 2022.
22nd November 2022. Was this document available before or rather at the time of the impeachment?
Yes, the document was available. It was not adduced at the county assembly.
Let's look at the bottom. Chair, my interest here is directors, because the legal appointments were appointed at the directorate levels. At page 67, at once the bottom, item 3, what is the number of years of experience required to be appointed director of protocol and events?
5 years.
At page 69, at the B, Roman 1, what is the relevant experience required for persons to be appointed at that directorship?
A bachelor's degree from a recognized university in
yes.
specialized discipline.
Let's read B Roman 1 at page 69. 69, item B Roman 1.
Roman 1 is 69.
Page 69, Roman 1 and
Requirements for appointment.
Yes, requirement for appointment.
Served in a comparable and relevant position for a minimum period of 5 years.
At page 70 for the Directorate of External Affairs, towards the bottom B, Roman 1, what is the experience required?
Served in a comparable and relevant position for a minimum period of 5 years.
At page 71, again towards the bottom B, Roman 1, how many years?
Five years.
To the best of your knowledge, sir, the illegal appointments complained in the impeachment motion, does any of those persons have the experience of 5 years in public affairs? Hilary Sandi, Muzungu, and the other.
The one I'm aware of is the Hilary Sandi, who was appointed the Director of Communication, who does not have the relevant experience.
The governor says she was entitled anyway in her response to appoint Hilary Sandi because it is one of the political appointments of the staff of the governor. Now let's go to page 76 of the governor's response. Under item 12, what is the advertisement made there?
Vacancy number MCPSB, dated 12th November 2022, Public Communications Officer, Officer 2.
Is that the job Hilary Sadi occupies?
Communications Officer 3, yes.
Would the governor or the county public service board be advertising this position if it were true that she was entitled to appoint Hilary Sadi just like she's entitled to appoint her chief of staff?
So I think Hilary was appointed the Director of Communication. So these people would be reporting to him. So he was not qualified, and I don't think they have advertised his position even though.
Was impeachment already in the looming when these advertisements were made?
Yeah, the appointment had been made, and the advertisement was done before the motion.
Let's go to page 79. The governor claims that this letter from the Intergovernmental Relations Technical Committee as an advisory on the basis of which she appointed Hilary Sadi. Is there anything in the content of that letter telling her that she can appoint people like Hilary Sadi to those positions?
Of course not. I've read through it. There's nothing like that.
As a matter of fact, sir, does the Intergovernmental Relations Technical Committee deal with issues of county appointments and their staffing?
Of course not. This one deals with the relationship between the county governments and the national government.
She cites a letter at page 81 from the Transition Authority as the basis for these illegal appointments. Would that justify the illegal appointments?
This one cannot justify them because the Transition Authority was established after the 2013 elections to oversee the transition to the new county government, and there were no officers in the county to do this, and they were given only that period of transition to be doing that. It was not a blank check to do that for anybody who comes into office.
At page 105, she is an affidavit by Edward Bundi Geoffrey. Is that affidavit at page 106, is it signed by the deponent?
No, it's not signed.
Is it signed by the Commissioner for Oaths?
It's not.
She has attached at page 112 a lease of the land the Catholic Church is alleged to have grabbed. Is the very existence of a lease consistent with the allegation of land grabbing?
It's not consistent.
Has this lease been terminated to the best of your knowledge?
It has not been terminated.
At page 113 of that lease, under item B towards the bottom, what does it say?
The landlord has caused to be erected on the same plot a building known as Diocese of Meru, Registered Trustees Egoji Boys School, hereafter referred to as the property.
Would that investment justify the payment the Catholic Diocese was receiving from the county government for use of those developments?
Yes, that would justify it because it has been acknowledged as the custodian, as the trustee for the land.
Let's go to page 137. Where does this document emanate from? 137.
Office of the Governor.
So is this a document from an independent source that can be taken seriously on its contents?
Point of order, Chair. Chair.
Senator Tobiko.
Chair, I'm just probably wondering aloud. This line of questioning by the council on this particular witness, you know, on the documents by the governor, what does it have to do with this particular witness? If we can be guided.
Yes, in fact, I was having the same discussion with the clerk, but we have permitted him on the grounds that probably they are trying to rebut the evidence by the governor. And since the governor is coming, they will know how to handle this. It doesn't in any way force us to take a position in their favor. It will depend on what the governor will say. Yeah.
That's precisely what we are doing, Chair, because this is the move of the motion. He has to address you on the response to the motion. Page 137, sir. Who has authored this document from the top there?
The governor.
Does this document have a date?
This appears not to be dated.
It is not dated.
Yes, it's
not.
not.
Is it a document from an independent source or from the person accused of the wrongdoing?
So it's a document used for self-defense.
It's a document used for self-defense. Let's look at page 156. That's a transcript of a video. Was this video available to the governor when the impeachment took place?
Yes, this video was available and was not adduced at the assembly.
Would the same apply to the video transcribed at page 159?
The same should apply.
What about the video at page 158?
The same should apply.
Let's go to the document at page 161. The governor's case is that Meru level 5 is autonomous. Are the directives we saw in the video giving consistent with the autonomous status of the Meru level 5 hospital?
Of course not.
Let's go to page 178. What is the date of the document?
24th October 2022.
Was this document available at the time of the impeachment?
Yes.
Was it placed before the assembly?
Of course not.
What about the one at page 179?
Yeah, this document is dated the 5th of July 2022. It was not produced at the assembly.
Lastly, sir, the governor says the reason she never availed herself of the opportunity to defend herself is because your motion was against a court order. Is that correct?
That's not correct.
Chair, the court order is reproduced in the Assembly's Volume 3. Volume 3 of the Assembly's document. At pages 170 to 171. We have also produced details, Chair. I'm just trying to confirm. but we can make do with page 171 for now. Please read to the Senate the terms of the order that the High Court issued. From page 170, Chair. Just the last part with the order, sir. Read it for the Senate.
The impeachment motion dated 21st November 2022, scheduled for debate by members of the first respondent on the 30th November 2022 at 10 a.m. is flawed and it is quashed.
Does that order relate to the impeachment motion before the Senate?
It does not relate to the impeachment motion before the Senate.
Is the claim, therefore, that the reason the governor refused to defend herself, it is because the matter was in court valid?
That stance by the governor is invalid.
Chair, that's all for purposes of examination in chief of this witness. My sincerest apologies. I suggest when we get there in the future, you may need to expand the time. It's completely impossible to do a good job.
Very well.
And the reason I changed the chair is I started suffering muscle pulls. I'm not used to sitting on these expensive chairs.
I thought the Meru people are very athletic. The way you drive your Nissans when you are carrying a mirror, you are very agile. Anyway, thank you very much, Counsel, and thank you, witness. The work you have just done is not easy. You have put in a lot of industry, and I hope you are happy that you have presented your evidence. Before we go to the second part of your matter, allow me to acknowledge the following colleagues in the House. Senator Samson Chirara K, the Senator of Nandi, he just stepped out. Senator Julius Mwendwa Kataya. Hey. Senator Alexander Murungi. Oh, Kataya, you're there? Thank you, thank you. Senator Hamida, I saw her. There she is. Senator Andrew Okoit Omtata. Senator Betty Mondet. Senator Mariam Sheikh Omar. Senator Hezena Nemeletian stepped out. And then finally, we have the Senator of Meru, because of the respect that we give him as the Deputy Speaker, and also the fact that he's the Senator of the county whose matter we are handling. I'll allow him to say his own name and greet you, but not make a contribution on the proceedings. Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Chair. As you have just runded, my name is Kaduri Murungi, the Senator for the Great County of Meru, and the Deputy Speaker of the Senate, this House we are in. I thank you.
I had allowed you to greet them. If you are coming from where I come from, you would have said Murega. But because you are not a Kikuyu like me, you have not said it.
Honorable Chair, I know you can greet them and also sing for them the royal songs. Therefore, I want to send Jambo to both the parties, the party representing the governor for Meru County, Her Excellency Kawira Mwangaza, and the party representing the Meru County Assembly, and both the majority and minority sides. I welcome them to the Senate, and Senate, I hope and I am sure, Senate will dispense of this matter to the best of their ability. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Counsel for the County Assembly, our feel is that this is your key witness. So we want to conclude him completely before we allow you the other ones. Are you comfortable with that?
Chair, I'm comfortable.
Very well. Then in that case, I want to invite counsel for the governor to now cross-examine this witness.
Thank you, Chair, for the opportunity. Just as a way of guidance, I note that the witness has taken 2 hours in the examination in chief, apart from he was allocated 40 minutes. He has taken 2 hours, 8 minutes shy of 2 hours. So I'm wondering what time we allocated for cross-examination, considering that they have taken that much. We surely cannot do 20 minutes.
We would like you to proceed, and we want to assure you that we shall do justice.
Most obliged. Thank you, Chair. Thank you. Honorable DMK, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
I'm glad to see you here today. I have been interacting with you through your documents. First of all, confirm to this committee that you are the second time MCA representing your ward.
Yes, I am.
That is correct. Confirm that you have been elected under the popularly known as Mbas party in Meru.
Yes, I have been elected under the DAP or Mbas party.
Thank you. Also confirm that you generated the report on public participation that you placed before this committee and which is contained in your bundle of documentation.
I cannot confirm that because the report is prepared by the clerks of the county assembly. I could not have been in the 16 stations where public participation was done so that I can come and report. It's the clerks of the assembly who were in those areas, together with the unsent records that they gathered from the hearings of the public and from the speeches that were made, who prepared the report, who brought together all the views that came from the 16 stations. But since I was the mover of the motion, I ran the report in the assembly.
Let me refer you to your own bundle of documents, and I'm referring to volume 4 at page 7. Kindly read the title of that document.
Can I get a copy of volume 4?
Page 7 of volume 4.
Yes?
Can you read the title of that document that appears from page 7?
It's the report of the public participation on the motion to impeach the Meru County Governor, conducted at various sub-counties in Meru County on the 13th of December 2022.
So that is a report?
Yes.
And that report goes on from page 7 to page 16. Am I right?
Yes.
And at the bottom of page 16, your name appears, Honorable DMK Kiogora, Member of County Assembly, Abogeta West Ward.
Yes.
And that indeed is the end of the report.
Yes.
So this is your report, Honorable MCA.
In that regard, it is.
It is. Thank you. Did you have an opportunity to peruse through and analyze the memoranda?
Order, counsel. Witness, are you withdrawing your earlier remark that this was not your report?
Yes.
And substituting it?
I'm withdrawing my earlier comment that this was not my report and substituting that this is my report.
Why the sudden change within a space of very few seconds?
So according to what I understood, the question you had asked before going into the report was whether I am the one who went to all these places. That's the way I understood the first places, hearing the opinion of the public, and then I did the report myself. But I own it since I was the mover of the motion, and there is no provision for any other person in the assembly other than the mover to read the report together with the motion that they are moving.
Counsel?
Thank you, Chair. My question was very specific as to whether he generated the report, not whether he collected the views. We shall address that issue at the closing point, Mr. Chair, but thank you for that
There is a difference between generation and delivering the report, and that's what I want. I understood generation of the report. That's why.
Honorable MC, I have not asked a question. It is cross-examination. You strictly answer the questions. You do not give remarks unless you're called upon to do so.
Through the chair, I was replying to the chair's question.
Order witness. You will not chair this session. You will respond to questions. You are risking messing your case by volunteering information. Stick to the things you are asked for.
I hear you, Chair.
Thank you. So, Honorable MCA, it is on record that you have a particular hatred for the governor of Meru. Is that true?
That's not true.
That's not true. Have you made any utterances or statements that confirm that you think the people of Meru made a mistake electing this governor? Are you on record saying that?
I have not made any remarks saying that the people of Meru made a mistake by electing the governor.
Have you at any point said that the governor of Meru is incompetent, illiterate, and so on?
Maybe during the campaigns.
During the campaign. So you confirm that during the campaigns you uttered utterances to the effect that the governor was incompetent and illiterate.
And I still uphold that view.
Thank you very much. So you still uphold the fact that the governor is illiterate and incompetent.
Those are the words of the campaign and they are still my words.
Thank you. That conviction then led you to believe that the only solution available is for the governor to be impeached. Isn't that the case?
No, it doesn't matter my convictions. What matters is the evidence, is the actions of the governor to prove me wrong.
To prove you wrong.
Yes, through our actions.
Let's go back to the public participation report. Did you analyze the various views and memoranda presented by the people of Meru as you allege?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
All of them?
Yes.
Thank you. Have you noted that all the memorandum were received by the County Assembly on 13th of December? Have you made that confirmation?
Through the stamps.
Through the stamps?
Yes.
And the stamps indicate that that is the day when all the memorandums were received by the clerk?
Yes.
When was the advertisement done for the people of Meru to present their memoranda?
7 days prior.
7 days?
Yes.
Precisely, that was on 7th of December, isn't it?
Yes.
That is when the advert went out.
Yes.
And there is no member of Meru community that presented their memorandum until 13th. All of them suddenly presented their memoranda on one day, on 13th.
Yes, the forum was open for oral presentations or written memoranda, so that those who brought memoranda and never spoke, the memoranda spoke for them or briefly talked about what is the memoranda and sat down, and others who gave their oral presentations.
Talking about the written memorandum, was there any memorandum received prior to 13th?
I cannot deny or confirm that because I'm not party to the people who have access to the emails of the county.
You have your report and it's on record and you have it with you. Can you peruse through the written memorandum and show me any memorandum that was received by the clerk before 13th?
The likely truth teller for receiving memoranda could not just be the stamp also by the date the memoranda was sent. If they were to be printed straight from the emails, they can show directly when those particular emails was received.
Yet there are no emails that have been produced before this house. Are there any emails produced before this court, this committee?
I think we are subjecting ourselves to the report of the motion.
It's a direct question, DMK.
And going by the fact that some of the supplementary affidavits that you have brought at the moment, if requested upon, they can be submitted together with other materials like the chair directed about the supplemental materials.
Let's move on to the next question. Do you also note from your report that all the memorandum against the impeachment of the governor are handwritten, yet those that are in support of the impeachment are printed? Can you confirm that fact from your own report?
I cannot confirm that.
Cannot confirm. You have the report with you. Why can't you confirm? I put it to you that all the memorandum, written memorandum, that are against the impeachment are handwritten, confirming to the originality. But all the others are computer printed. Is that the case?
No. I even have one on page 396 of your volume, whereby someone by the name Jacob Idhali, ID number 13525495, reads, if I can read this correctly, mimi nikiwa mkaaji wa Naadho Ward, na sema
Mr. DMK,
Kawira Mwangaza ameshindwa kufanya kazi na viongozi wengine.
Confirm that you're reading from page 396.
Yes.
Is that document handwritten or computer printed?
This one is... This document is handwritten. It's just photocopied.
Period. That's what I wanted to confirm. That any memorandum not in support of the...
But this one is in support of impeachment. Can you read it?
No, you're answering your own question. I am saying, is there any written memorandum against the impeachment that is computer generated? Or they are all handwritten?
You're confusing me, Counsel. You're saying the memoranda...
Order. Counsel, reparaphrase your question.
Yes.
We want to be clear. We want the witness to know what he's responding to.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Reparaphrase, please.
Honorable DMK, I'm asking a simple question. Is there any memorandum that is not in support of the impeachment that is computer generated? Am I clear now?
Any memoranda?
Yes, in your report.
That is not in support of the motion.
Yes.
Which means any memoranda that is in support of the motion that is computer generated. That is the question.
It's right? A direct question. Why are you paraphrasing? I am asking you, have you come across any memorandum that says the governor should not be impeached that is computer generated?
I've not gone through, so I cannot confirm that unless we go through them. There are thousands of them.
Yet you generated the report.
Order witness. Witness. This is your evidence. So if you cannot convert your own evidence, you are saying the document before us is not yours.
Yes, this document, Mr. Chair, is mine. Yes.
And respond.
To be fair, Chair, through the Chair, to be fair, I don't think it's the witness alone who is confused by what counsel is asking. I am also confused. What are you asking the witness? Because he has read to you a document that is handwritten that is not in support of the impeachment. That's what he was reading at 139, I believe. So I am also confused, Chair.
That's why I said I gave him an opportunity to reparaphrase. You start afresh and go slowly. Don't rush. Once you use not and not twice,
it's positive.
Many people get lost because English is not our language anyway.
Thank you, Chair. DMK, a very direct question. Have you come across any memorandum by members of the public asking the governor not to be impeached that is not handwritten?
A memorandum supporting impeachment that is handwritten, right?
No. A memorandum that is not in support of the impeachment. Let me put it differently. Curiously, DMK, all the memorandum that are in support of the impeachment are computer generated. And all the memorandum that are not in support of the impeachment are handwritten. Am I right or wrong?
You're wrong.
Show me one that is not.
Because you are saying they are computer generated.
Yes.
What is computer generated, Counsel, according to what you're asking? Because if I wrote my memorandum using a computer, or I went to a cyber and typed it and printed, I brought the memorandum. Somebody else wrote theirs. It was photocopied. All of them are supposed to be admitted as a memorandum because some people went to the cybers, they wrote their memorandum and brought them. Others wrote them by hand, then they have been photocopied using the computers.
Through the chair, Council.
You are confused?
We have the bundle. At page 189, there is a document that is typed. 189. It is typed, what you're calling computer generated. It says, I humbly pray to support the impeachment motion of impeaching Honorable Bishop Kawira Mwangaza. It's a typed document supporting the impeachment. At page 390, there is a handwritten document. It's not typed. Yes. And she is saying, whoever it is writing, saying, for the following reasons, I request the Honorable choose to impeach the governor. Saying the same thing. So what is your point, Council? Because you have lost me.
Let me go straight to demonstrate my point here.
Yes.
Let's turn to page 175.
175.
Are we there? Can you read the first paragraph, the first two paragraphs?
I am a female adult of sound mind, of ID number 32692985, a citizen of the Republic of Kenya working and residing in Abodhogoch West Ward, Immense Central Sub-County, Meru County. I wish to support Honorable DMK's notice of motion dated the 21st of November 2022 intended to impeach the Honorable Kawira Mwangaza by stating the following. That on the 3rd October 2022, Murega Baichu, and goes on to state other reasons.
Can you read the next memoranda?
Which page?
Page 177.
Yes. Can you read the first three paragraphs?
That I am a female and daughter of sound mind, ID number 39, 33, 77, 18, a citizen of the Republic of Kenya, and a resident of Abodhogoch West Ward, Immense Central Sub-County, Meru County. I wish to support Honorable DMK Kyogora's notice of motion dated the 21st of November 2022, intending to impeach Honorable Kawira Mwangaza by stating the following reasons.
Are you looking at paragraph 1? Is it similar to what appears at paragraph 2 at page 175, verbatim? Word for word?
Appears similar, but it's not the same.
Same. Can you kindly read 175, paragraph 2? First of all, tell us who is the author of that memoranda.
175.
175.
Felicity Kinanu.
And the one appearing under page 177?
Betty Gasheru.
You confirm those are two different people?
Yes.
Can you read what Felicity says at paragraph 2? Compare that with what Betty Gasheri says at paragraph 177. Rather, page 177, page 1.
The point number 1.
Yes.
That on the 3rd October 2022, Murega Baichu, husband to Honorable Kawira Mwangaza, after visiting Yegoji MOS Center, Governor on a Facebook page without tangible facts declared the owner of these facilities as thieves and refused to pay the pending bills. Number 2, that I watched Weru TV on 7:30 p.m. news and saw county workers denying access to Dr. John Toiti, the General Manager to Meru County Revenue Board offices at Makutano, which was against the court orders issued as it was reported in the news bulletin.
Have you seen any similarity, word for word, with what those two say?
It's not, because if you look at page 177...
Order witness. We are not going to spend the whole evening.
It's not.
On the same point. The point the council is making is that either these documents are doctored or it is a case of copy and paste. Somebody was working for these people and telling them to append signatures. Just sort it out, we proceed.
Thank you, Chair. May I demonstrate one more?
Yes,
because of time.
Yeah.
Can you go to page 153? Tell me which citizen of Meru presented that memorandum. 153.
Duranira Salesio Mutuma.
Duranira Salesio Mutuma.
Yes.
I am sure you know who Salesio Mutuma is.
Yes.
He comes from Bore Ward. Is that true? Bore constituency.
Yes.
Compare that with page 211. Who is the author of that memorandum?
Page 211 is a continuation of page 210, and the others are many listed there.
I want you to read paragraph
up to 129.
Read paragraph 2.9, appearing at page 153. Read that paragraph. Yes.
That on the 25th of October 2022, Honorable Kawira Mongaza, while in Abogeta Westward, South Imenti constituency appointed...
No. Do not. Please read what is written.
Page 153.
It is not appointed. Read what is written there. There is a word there. You've just said appointed.
It's appointed.
Appointed. You believe that is a typo, right?
Yes.
Good. Can we go to page 211? Paragraph 5. Paragraph 5.
That on 25th October 2022, while in Abogesta Westward, South Imenti constituency appointed alternative MCAs.
So is it possible that two different people in two different locations are making the same typographical error?
What you recognize, Council, is that Salesio Mutuma might come from Bore, but he's a resident of Imenti South. So there is a possibility, and he's very active in politics, that these people might know each other. So it doesn't have to be because they come from different places.
Order, Mr. Kiogora. You are on oath, and your counsel will advise you that there is an offense called perjury.
Is it possible, and you've not answered that question, that two different people presenting their thoughts on the impeachment are making the same typographical errors when presenting their views?
It's not possible.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
Doesn't it then confirm that these documents were prepared by the same person?
I cannot confirm that.
From your assessment?
I can't confirm that.
But do you confirm that the contents,
audit.
Do you confirm that the contents therein are appearing word for word, including making the same typographical errors?
Yes, they appear word to word as the motion.
Let's go to 177 again. Paragraph 1. Compare that with what appears at 189. Paragraph 1. Read the contents. 177.
Chair, I think Council should be advised that your point has been made. You do not need to belabor the point. You are presenting before a committee of people who can tell what is going on. You have had the warning that the chair has read to the gentleman. I think your point is made. Move on. We don't have the time.
Thank you very much, Honorable Senator, for for that. So I put it to you, lastly, that indeed all the written memorandum were done by people who are seated in a room and keen on ensuring that the governor goes home, and they usurped the role of the people by purporting that indeed the people of Meru wanted the governor impeached. What would you say?
That's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Thank you. Let's go to the illegal appointments. Let's first of all look at the illegal appointment of the first gentleman. Rather, before I go there, in your oversight role, have you at any point summoned the governor to appear before the county assembly or before any committee to answer to any of the allegations that you seek her to be impeached for?
No.
You have not. Don't you think that the first point of call would be to summon the governor or any other office holder to shed light on the allegations before you proceed to the very last resort of seeking to impeach the governor?
According to the veracity of the issues that are touched on motions, it would have called us to summon her to many committees because she was committing offenses around different areas. It's technically impossible.
To do what?
To summon her to so many committees to answer to so many charges. She has 62 of them.
But there has been no attempt to summon even to one.
There hasn't been an attempt.
There hasn't been any attempt. Was there anything that preventing you from doing that?
Nothing that I can speak of, but the veracity of the number of offenses committed in the short period, and also the fact that in the timing of the formation of the committees of the county assembly, the time they have been elected, forming them and having chairs in place, so many things have been done that culminated to this gross misconduct, whose cure, according to the Constitution, is impeachment. So I think even being summoned at the assembly and refusing to come is audience enough that she ignored.
Thank you. You have alleged that the governor is guilty of nepotism and illegal appointments, specifically the appointment of a spouse in a county office.
Yes.
Which county office was the first gentleman appointed to?
That of the patron of the Meru Youth Service.
Is that an office under the county establishment?
It's inexistent, so it was being created and an occupant declared the very moment.
So you confirm that indeed there was no such office established by law?
The governor created it.
Do you have any instrument of that creation?
The governor herself, she's supposed to be taken seriously with her words, and it was played here.
Are you also aware that first gentlemen and first ladies of various counties have various roles they play or initiatives that they spearhead within their respective counties?
I'm aware of that, and those are programs, normally programs that are of CSR in nature.
Thank you. So they are corporate. CSR means, I believe you mean corporate?
Social responsibility.
Thank you.
Yes.
Did you take time to establish whether this appointment was under corporate social responsibility?
It was not. And it was
under corporate social responsibility?
It was not. And it was not gazetted as such.
Did you take time?
I took time to interrogate it. The creation of an office in a body already established by an act cannot be taken to be CSR.
What was the nature of your investigations?
Inquiring into the law, first of all, the Constitution itself about the creation of county offices, about the creation and the way public service is supposed to be run, the County Governments Act. I also inquired about the County Assembly's own act, whether it has given the governor any mandate to expand the organs that were created by the Meru County Service Act.
In the clip that you played here, the governor specifically says that this is a voluntary job and it will not attract any salary. Is that true or not?
That's what she said.
Is there any public office that is done voluntarily or without any pay?
The one she was creating, she is creating presidents.
Is there any public office?
That was the first that she created.
She created. You were in the previous government as an MCA. Are you aware that the First Lady of Meru then, Priscilla Moronge, was appointed by her husband to a public office?
I'm not aware that that was a public office. It was a program that was called CSR, and I think you adduced an attachment of a Gazette notice where the CCM sat down and created the Taweza program, akin to what the First Lady of the country and created the Zero Beyond Zero, such a CSR body was created, not body, rather, a CSR activity for the First Lady.
So there was gazettement of that office?
Yes, and it was created on an act.
Private offices usually gazetted?
Private offices?
Yes. Corporate social responsibility offices, are they usually gazetted?
Was that an office? It was not.
I'm asking you.
It was a program. I'm not saying that the previous governor did not create any office. And in any regard, he is not under trial here.
Did you at any point question the governor of Meru then, on Abukiraitu, on the appointment of his wife to spearhead that program?
There was no need for questioning.
There was no need for questioning?
Yes.
Why is that so?
As I said, this is a CSR program that was created. It's not like you create a county office in an existing semi-autonomous body whereby you create a patron. When you put someone as a patron of an organ that exists, you are giving them mandate even to summon that organ because they are the patron. And that's what the spouse started doing.
You confirm that establishment of new offices is under the mandate of the County Public Service Board?
Yes.
Was this done through the County Public Service Board?
No.
Did you at any time try to...
Which one now are you talking about? The one for the current governor or the previous governor?
The one by the current governor. Did you?
She did not create it on the County Public Service Board.
Where was it created then?
She created by a speech that she read that was played in the very house.
Did you at any time confirm with the County Public Service Board whether indeed that office was ever created under the county?
That is immaterial because the governor of the county is not a comedian. Our ones are supposed to be taken seriously.
Order witness. You cannot do that. When a question is put to you, you answer either in the affirmative or not. You can now not become opinionated and start saying it is immaterial. Don't, please.
I'm guided, Honorable Chair.
For the respect of the people of Meru.
I'm guided, Honorable Chair.
This is a very emotive issue.
Have you sought information from Treasury Meru County whether the first gentleman is under any pay using public money?
I have not, and there was no need because the governor clearly said that he will not be paid. So there was no need to inquire.
So you know that he was not supposed to be paid?
The governor said he will not be paid.
Then what is your accusation against the first gentleman? It's not a public office.
I'm not accusing the first gentleman. I'm accusing the governor.
Of doing exactly what?
Of creating an office and created by an act of the county assembly, calling it the patron of the Meru Youth Service, and appointing the spouse there. And we know the work of Meru Youth Service, the kind of budget that service has.
Let's move on. You've also accused the governor of usurping the role of the municipal board.
Yes.
And to that effect, you have produced a clip showing the governor appointing members of the public to a committee.
Yes.
So the question is, was the governor appointing members of the municipal board, or was she appointing a committee to deal with a specific issue?
She was appointing a committee to deal with matters that are supposed to be left to the Meru Municipal Board. And the board has been mandated to deal with the issues she was appointing a committee to deal with.
Have you summoned the board to shed light on whether indeed their roles and mandate have been taken over by this committee?
We have not.
Have you looked at the terms of reference of this committee?
Yes, from the speech the governor gave. We have heard the terms of reference that she gave them.
But have you sought from the governor or any other public office?
Yes, we sought the governor to come to the county assembly on the 14th of December to explain these charges, and she failed to come.
Do you understand the function and establishment of the municipal board?
Yes, I do understand.
What are they? What are their functions?
The board is supposed to oversee issues that have to be done around the Meru municipality.
Pardon?
The board is supposed to oversee functions, issues that are supposed to be dealt with around the municipality.
You're supposed to be guiding us on the specific functions, and that's what I asked.
Am I allowed to refer to the law?
Go ahead. Because you've accused the governor of usurping the role of the municipal board. I would expect you to know the functions of the municipal board. Specifically, which functions did she usurp?
I would like to request council for the county assembly to supply with the Meru Municipal Charter.
I am amazed, DMK, that this is your motion and you have no idea what the functions of the municipal board are, yet you're accusing the governor of usurping those functions. That you have to seek help of your council to do that.
I'm not a lawyer, so forgive me, please. And there are so many illegal things she has done for me to grasp all of them.
Yeah, kindly, you can share with the witness.
Perhaps, Chair, as he shares, he should also refer to us on which pages we can be able to follow those on their bundle.
Chair, that would be volume 2 of the Assembly's documents, at page 56. And it also goes to page 57, pages 56 and 57.
Yes, the board is supposed to exercise the executive authority as delegated by the county executive, that's the governor, ensure provision of services to its residents, as the residents of the municipality, impose such fees, levies, and charges as may be authorized by the county government for delivery of services by the municipality or the city, promote constitutional values and principles, ensure the implementation and compliance with policies formulated by both and the national and county government, make bylaws or make recommendations for issues to be included in the bylaws, ensure participation of the residents in decision-making, its activities and programs in accordance with the schedule to this Act, exercise such other powers as may be delegated by the County Executive Committee.
Do you know of the specific issue that the governor was addressing?
Yes.
When he met the warring groups of the taxi drivers?
Yes.
What was the issue?
The issue was about squabbles regarding parking spaces and some people who had taken over a site known as the G4S area. And one person had taken over the area and was deciding who would pick passengers from there. Then there were the issues of leadership emanating from various taxi operator organizations that are within the town.
Did the governor then try to look for an homegrown solution by asking volunteers from the two warring groups to form a committee and present a formal memoranda to her?
No.
Is that what she did?
No.
What did she do?
She appointed them, appointed our chairman, appointed the treasurer, appointed the vice chairman from the people who are there.
What were the mandates of that committee?
To go and investigate as to what are the issues that are being raised in the town, then to ensure that people settle where they are supposed to settle, especially those who are picking passengers, to pick them from where the committee will designate them to pick passengers from, which is a mandate of the board.
Of all the people who are appointed by the governor to be in that committee, has any of them drawn any benefits from the county coffers?
They have not drawn any benefits that I'm aware of.
Have they in any way benefited from taxpayers' money?
They have not benefited from the taxpayers' money in any way that I'm aware of.
The people who are appointed by the municipal board, are they usually paid or appreciated by way of allowances?
I wouldn't answer to that because...
It's a yes or no question. Are they usually appreciated or draw salaries or allowances from the county?
No.
Are you sure about that?
I'm not the bureau manager to know, but these are an autonomous body that is not supposed to be paid.
Have you tried to seek information from the payroll master on whether these people are being paid by county coffers?
I have not, and if they were paid, then it's a duplication of functions by refusing people who are paid to do the job they are paid for.
Thank you. Let's go to the other roadside appointment at Timau. And here you accuse the governor of appointing firefighters.
Yes.
What are the names of those appointees that were appointed as firefighters?
They are being pointed there from the evidence that we have where the governor is asking.
What are the names of the appointees?
I don't have the exact names.
You do not have the names of the appointees?
Yes.
Do you know if those people who were presented to the governor were eventually ever recruited or hired to serve as firefighters?
That is immaterial.
Order, Mheshimiwa, kindly take
I'm guided, Honorable Chair.
Just a minute.
Yeah.
I'm here to help you to win your case. Okay? The lawyer is destroying your case. Answer his questions slowly and to the best of your knowledge.
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Chair, perhaps extend some courtesy to him by offering a bottle of water. He can relax.
Yeah. Be given some.
I have some.
Nobody's going to fight you here and whatnot. You know, when you allege, the law is very clear. He who alleges must prove. So when you refuse that burden, your evidence becomes garbage. So take time, don't rush, and prove. And for God's sake, for the final time, if you will consider any question as being immaterial, we will declare you either a hostile witness or a witness who is not cooperative. That is not our intention. Please.
Point taken, Honorable Chair.
Chair, can I crave your leave? I think, Chair, we have been constrained to point out, there is nowhere this witness in the impeachment motion has alleged that that committee or any of the people drew salaries or benefits, so that although the question may be relevant, it is unfair for him to be asked a question and told if he alleges, he must prove, because although the question is admissible, he has not actually alleged anywhere in the motion that these people drew salaries or benefits and those sort of things. So I'm saying let's also be fair to the witness. If he has alleged anything and he must prove it to the four corners of his allegation, but things he hasn't alleged, he will of course struggle to answer questions about things he hasn't alleged, and it is imputed that he has alleged them.
Counsel. I'm told you are a classmate of Edwin Sifuna. It therefore means you have practiced law for a while. And you know that at the end of this exercise, we will give you an opportunity to do what you are attempting to do. So could you hold your horse? Yes, hold your horse. Unless you want to take the witness stand.
Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair. We had intended to raise that issue the Chair has raised, that throughout the examination in chief, even when the counsel for the Assembly offered opinions and answers to be confirmed by the witness, we did not object for the sake of time. And the Chair is good, and we appreciate that you confirm. Let us not be interjected. We are flowing very well with this uncooperative witness until the counsel stood. Let him allow us to struggle. We resort to Chair for guidance. Let us not be interjected. Thank you for protection.
Thank you. And then, my dear counsel for the governor, we are managing time. I've already given you 45 minutes. So know how to use your time. Or are you competing for the 1 hour?
No.
Don't hang too much on small print. and failed to tackle the big issues. That
Thank you, Chair.
could be
I am on
remaining.
to my last two questions. Then I usher in my learned friend to proceed with the rest of the cross-examination. DMK, of all the alleged roadside recruitments, have you gotten any confirmation from the County Public Service Board that indeed any of those nominees was eventually recruited?
No, I have not.
You have not. Has the County Public Service Board ever complained that their roles and mandate is being usurped by the governor?
I have not seen such a complaint anywhere.
You have not seen any. Lastly, in all the rallies, Timau, Nkobo, Kianjai, and the Meru stage, were you present?
I was not.
You are not.
Yes.
So you cannot confirm the context under which those pronouncements were made.
I can confirm from the videos and the TV because I follow TV. I can confirm from the videos and from the speeches, and it was clear as to the intentions.
Do those videos cover the entire event from beginning to end?
Of course not. They are very long.
They do not. So you are not aware of the actual context under which those statements were made?
I'm aware of the context. I'm aware of what I have adduced as to the intention of hiring that the governor has done.
Yet you confirm that none of those people were ever eventually hired or recruited?
I've not seen any.
Thank you.
From the service board.
Thank you. I usher in my brother to proceed.
Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. Mr. DMK, how are you?
I'm very fine, sir.
Please put your name on Hansard, sir.
My name is Manassas Mwangi. Manassas Mwangi, appearing for the Governor of Meru County, Her Excellency Kawera Mwangaza. DMK, you're serving the people of Meru for the second term?
Yes.
Have you been employed in public service?
Yes.
What capacity?
I was a loans officer at the Higher Education Loans Board.
What was your probation period?
The probation period was 3 months.
3 months.
Yes.
In a public service, also in certain position, the probation period is 6 months.
Yes.
Thank you. In the videos that you played to this house, were you present during the events covered in the video?
No.
Did you know any person who was present in those videos?
In some, I know.
In some, you know.
Yes.
About how many? Roughly?
I'll need time to count so that I can give the correct answer.
Very well. You have produced how many videos in total? You can't remember.
Supposed to be 17.
17.
Yeah.
Thank you. Did you ask the persons who were present to avail you with any statement confirming the statements and the photos you saw in the video?
Yes, at Egoji and at Mweronkanga.
And you were provided with the statements?
Yes, the statements are part of the testimony.
Were they statements in the county assembly motion consideration?
They were not in that.
They were not. So, in giving your evidence, you have given a lot of explanation on those videos, and you have also referred us to the transcript. Now that you are not present where the video was captured, do you want this committee to rely on the transcripts that you have provided?
Yes, and like the chair indicated, they are going to call an expert in Kimeru to see about the transcriptions, whether they are right.
They are going to watch the video with an expert.
Yes.
So they should disregard any matter outside the transcription that you stated in evidence. That's correct?
That is up to the committee to decide.
Very well. I want to refer you to the video you showed at Igoji Secondary School. You were not present.
I was not.
When was that event held? Would it be 24th of October?
Yes.
And there was another video of chaos. Honorable Chairman, the video at Tigoji Secondary School was Annexure 11. And the other video I'm referring to about the chaos is Annexure number 17. In Annexure number 17, that is a video when the governor had attended the county assembly to offer her address.
Yes.
And that was on 19th of October.
Yes.
The day before the governor's address, on 18th of October, there was a press conference by all the MCAs. Do you recall?
Yes.
The Speaker of Meru County was also present.
Yes.
And he also counted himself as the 70th MCA of the County Assembly of Meru. Do you remember that video?
I don't recall that
You
particular
don't recall.
Yeah.
We refresh your memory later. But you remember there was a press conference.
Yes.
And the members of the County Assembly said they are not able to work with the governor.
The members
of the County Assembly, in that press conference of 18th, you can't recall. Let's go to the video annexure number 11.
Council,
yes.
We would like to hear his answer. Don't answer for him. What is your answer?
Because I never spoke in that particular press conference myself. But I don't remember the members. The members, they may have stated that there is an hostile working environment in the county.
Do you remember the speech by the Speaker himself?
No.
You don't remember?
I don't remember the specifics.
Were you present?
Yeah, but at the very behind, because we are 67 of us, so it's like 3 maybe who spoke, and I was at the very back.
You couldn't hear?
I have seen maybe some of the videos that have been adduced from your side.
You seem not to remember, Honorable Chairman, what transpired. I was referring to the events of 19th October to relate to the video annexure 11 and to indicate that the matters that the Wananchi were asking Mr. Mwenda Ndiri to apologize about were the events of 19th October 2022. Is that correct?
I would not answer in the affirmative because the governor in a request for the apology did not indicate that.
No. Were you present in that meeting?
The 19th one?
No, the one for 24th.
The one at the assembly?
No. The one where Mwenda Ndiri.
No, I was not there.
You are not there?
Yes.
That's why I'm asking. Would you be able to tell whether the subject of apology were the events of 19th October 2022? You tell me whether you know or you do not know. You do not know. So the matters in that video you cannot verify.
I can verify the fact that the member was asked to apologize to the public. And he said, I'm not aware why I'm apologizing, so I will not.
But before that video at that point, you do not know what had transpired before the member rose to speak.
The governor was beginning a speech with him.
Okay, very well. Chairman, I would kindly request to play a video which is annexure number 11. What was played was annexure number 11A, and it is the same content, but number 11 is a little longer, and it has very crucial information, Chair. I'll play on it for about 10 seconds.
Vice Chair, please approach the chair. Please come. Please come over. Thank you, Council. Council, it required that you do an application, but we are doing it a bit faster. Instead of you going through the formalities of applying for that, we will allow you, because we also didn't restrict the county assembly when they are requested for videos to be played. And secondly, you are not introducing anything new. You are playing the same video, only that you are playing it longer.
That's true.
So you are allowed.
And it's theirs.
Yeah.
Annexure 11, there's 11 and 11A. I'd like to pause at that point. I'd like to pause at that point. In their own evidence, the mover of motion has produced evidence that says the MC Akidi Ward, Mwenda Adhiri, refuses request by Mwana Inchi to apologize and work together. It is their own evidence. They supplied to us, they supplied to this committee, but it was deliberately not played.
Chairman,
but he says he was not present at this meeting.
Chairman,
he has confirmed that.
Chairman, perhaps Council can confirm to us whether that caption is exactly what the governor is saying. Is it a translation of anything that is happening there? It's a caption.
It's a caption.
So how is it related to what the governor is saying or what actually the crowd is saying?
Honorable Chair, this is a video we will also play when we are giving our evidence in chief, and it's their evidence, and it's their own caption. And actually that is what transpired. The honorable member for this ward, Mwenda Idhiri, arrived late during this meeting. It was a developed meeting.
Chair, I think now Council is giving evidence, and I don't think that is...
I was giving context to this video, and I was saying...
allow the context to come from your witnesses and the witnesses that you are cross-examining. I don't think it's proper for you to do that.
Thank you very
much. Council, you are not losing anything. We're going to protect you when it comes to your time to present the evidence of your side,
very well,
to do what you are doing. Let's not look like we are allowing you to give evidence during cross-examination. That would be unprocedural.
I understand, Chairman, I'm well guided. I only feared they may say we did not avail that video during their time, when it was their time to answer. But we will deal with it now that we broadcast it. Let's go to the events of 24th of October.
Chair, sorry. Thank you for the intervention of Senator of Nairobi. We can skip that as long as they will be given a chance to cross-examine the same witness about this video. Thank you, Chair.
Chair, I'm guided.
Proceed.
The events of 24th of October, these are events pursuant to the standing orders of the County Assembly. Is that correct?
Yes.
Order number 20. That the governor is required to give an address at the opening of the assembly?
Yes.
Or was it any other ordinary address?
It is at the opening of the assembly.
At the opening of the assembly. She was formally invited by the Speaker for that purpose?
Yes.
The invitation was formally gazetted?
Yes.
The governor came and found the gate closed. In the video that you broadcasted, annexure number 17. Is that correct?
That's correct.
The governor actually walked from outside the county assembly into the premises and precincts of the county assembly. Is that correct?
Yes.
We saw the governor walking.
Yes.
The governor then went to the assembly hall and began giving her speech, and everyone walked away. All the county assembly members. Is that correct?
There were events before that.
No. Did the MCAs walk away?
Yes.
The governor was standing and giving an address.
Yes.
Regardless of the reason.
Yes.
Thank you. Did the speaker caution any of the county assembly members walking away as an unparliamentary conduct?
None that I've seen.
Yeah?
None that I've seen.
None that we have seen.
Yeah.
Then after that, the Speaker drew the attention of the governor to the empty house
Yes.
and asked the governor to leave the podium.
Yes.
And the governor walked to the precincts of the parliament where the cars had now been allowed into the parliament, the county assembly.
She went with the speaker to his office.
Then eventually left the premises.
After the meeting with the speaker.
After meeting the speaker.
Yes.
Were you in the meeting with the speaker?
I was not.
You were not.
Yes.
She boarded her vehicles inside the premises of the assembly.
Yes.
And drove out of the gate in her vehicle.
Yes.
You said that the governor came with a huge crowd and subdued any force, and they opened the gate.
She came with a crowd.
With a big crowd.
Yes.
This would think was a crowd supporting her, mobilizing her, rallying her, or what kind of a crowd was it?
They were chanting
Yes.
Our name
Yes.
and singing, outside the gates of the assembly.
So you're also saying that the governor has a following in that county?
She has a following.
She has a following.
Yes.
It's not all the county residents who require the governor out as undesirable.
Yes.
It's not all of them.
Yeah, it's not all of them.
Thank you very much. When she was leaving at the gate, again, the mob and the crowd that had come with the governor demanded an address from her. Did you see that?
I didn't see them demanding because she went out on top of the car.
She went out on the top of the car.
Yes, when she was leaving.
But she gave an address outside.
Outside the gate, yeah.
From the videos you saw, the governor pelted with stones.
From the video we played, actually, I saw stones flying and some were flying.
From inside the premises of the county assembly.
When the husband was shouting,
No.
MCs are throwing stones, I was seeing people, crowds inside.
Mr. Witness, once you answer my questions as yes or no, we are able to move quickly to the next one. And you have an opportunity for the examination.
Yes.
Your counsel will come and allow you time and guide you to clarify and
Yes.
give a story.
Yes.
If you have an alternative fact. The governor in the course of the address was pelted with stones.
Yes, I saw stones flying.
The stones were emanating from the premises of the county assembly.
No?
The governor was outside the gate.
Yes.
Where did you see stones coming from?
From the followers she was coming with.
She was from the followers.
Yeah,
Were they inside or outside the county assembly?
Since they were scattered everywhere, so
Yeah.
they were just coming into the assembly.
We'll still play the videos and you see where the stones were coming from.
Yes.
At some point, the police had to use tear gas to quell the violence.
Yes.
At that point, did you hear the governor say, even if we are pelted, we are not going to fear? Did you hear that from the video?
She was not talking about being pelted. She was saying,
Yes.
I'm not a coward.
Did you hear her saying she's not going to fear?
Yeah, she said I'm not going to fear.
She said it.
Yes.
Thank you. When you look at the standing orders number 20, the county assembly has so much power, oversight as well as legislative, and they can even invite the governor to answer to any questions and to give even a special address. Do you understand that power of the county assembly?
Yes.
Do you remember the county assembly of Meru exercising that power at any point to invite the governor to address all the issues you are lamenting in your motion?
That was not done.
Yes?
It was not done.
It was not done.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have you seen any letter emanating from the county assembly asking the governor for any explanation on the things you have lamented about?
Yes, during the impeachment motion.
And before then? Before the motion?
No.
Yourself, did you ever write to the governor complaining about what she was doing as a citizen of Meru? Because you said you have brought this motion as a public-spirited Marian.
I did not
did you write
anything.
any letter?
No.
You did not.
Yeah.
You did not even seek to visit the governor for a courtesy call for that purpose?
I did.
Did you meet?
No, she was not available. I called her.
You called her?
Yes, she told me she's going to Egoji, so I should go there to meet, to tell her what I want there.
Oh, she had a program?
Yes.
And she informed you of the program?
Yes.
Did you, since you had time, you were looking to meet her?
Yes.
Did you go to Igoji?
I did not, because I had other duties. I wanted to meet her in town.
You had other duties?
Yes.
But you had time to meet the governor that day?
Yes.
You had time to meet the governor that day that you had called. That's why you had called her.
I wanted to meet her at the assembly because the activities were around the assembly. For maybe 30 minutes, I come back. Our office is just opposite of the road.
On the sidelines of the assembly?
Yes.
Okay. You've talked about vilification of leaders. And you've talked about the current Honorable Minister for Agriculture.
Yes.
Did you have any conversation with the minister that he ever felt verified by the governor?
So I gave him some calls and they went unanswered.
The calls went unanswered?
Yes, by him, yeah.
Did you ever write to him and inform him, even you are bringing this motion and he's a subject?
No.
No. Have you seen the many photos on the Twitter and Facebook of the governor of Meru County and the CS for Agriculture having courtesy calls and enjoying coffee?
I have seen them.
You have seen them?
Yes.
So, Chairman, that's a very important statement. You have also seen the governor of Meru County launching the tree planting exercise with the CS for Agriculture and the Honorable Member of Parliament, Rahim Dawood.
And also MCAs were present.
Even MCAs were present?
Yes.
Which MCAs do you remember were present?
The speaker was there.
The speaker was there.
The majority whip was there.
The majority whip
and
was
several
there.
others were there during the launch of the tree planting exercise at the invitation of the CS.
Oh, very
the
well.
CS who had written to us.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you see any animosity between the two?
Between?
The CS and the governor? The CS for Agriculture? Did you see any animosity?
From the recent pictures.
In those events that we attended together with them?
Personally, I was not there, but
you
from
were
the
not
pictures
there?
I've seen,
Yes.
there was no animosity from the pictures.
In fact, all attendants were very happy. You can see Rahim Dawood laughing.
I've seen pictures. I don't know, you can date happiness and what somebody was laughing about on a Facebook picture.
Yeah. But you can see them laughing, whether you know the reason or not.
I've seen such pictures.
You have seen such pictures. Very well. There is an allegation that the county governor of Meru has decided to control all institutions, including the sagas. You broadcast to us one video of the governor talking about the Meru Level 5 hospital. Do you recall?
Yes, but it was not all.
It was not
like
all.
you have put it.
I'm interested in just what you broadcasted.
Yeah, we're talking
for
about
this
the Meru Level 5 hospital, not all the sagas.
Meru Level 5 hospital.
That was the subject.
Actually, that's what I want us to discuss. In that video, the governor talks about the mental health of the health workers. Do you remember about the mental health of the health workers? Do you remember?
Yes.
She says there is need for wellness for the health workers.
Yes.
And she asks the management to think about the wellness of the health workers.
Yes.
In that statement, even where she's commenting about the money the hospital raises, do you hear her mention the word budget?
The word budget is not mentioned directly.
Is it mentioned indirectly?
Yes.
Good. It is your understanding that semi-autonomous government agencies are self-accounting and they have their own budgets?
Yes.
You understand that?
Yes.
So they can prepare a budget and they factor all the concerns the government thought, the governor thought are good to be addressed on behalf of the health workers?
Yes.
And they be factored in the budget?
Yes.
And that would be legal and proper?
Yes, if the money is requested through the normal channels.
Let's go step by step. We are coming there.
Yeah.
That would be legal and proper?
Yes.
To the best of your knowledge, has any budget so far been prepared on behalf of that saga?
On behalf of Meru Teaching?
Yes.
None that I'm aware of.
None that you are aware of.
Yes.
So do you know whether the programs the government proposed during that meeting are going to be implemented and whether they will be implemented legally or illegally?
We would know if we saw them in our budget. You can't tell.
No. They have
You
not
can't
happened.
tell.
They have not happened. Can you tell?
No.
I can't tell.
Yeah.
There is another very emotive issue that you have raised. I don't know why you decided to bring it, but it's about the church. You remember you played 2 videos that affect the church. There was one that had persons with red robes. That's the clergy. I think that was annex number 10. Annex number 10 that you played for us. You saw a gentleman who was in a pale green sweater giving a warning that we do not know what the color red means in church. Do you remember?
Yes.
You remember. You also saw another person who is abled differently. I think he's called Macarena.
Yes, I saw him.
You saw Macarena?
Yes.
Is that his proper name? Or that's
I think that's a nickname.
That's a nickname.
Yes.
But you remember him talking about the curses?
Yes.
And saying that the governor doesn't know what he's praying with, and his advisors, I don't know whether Mutuma was envisaged, are not educated.
I saw him saying that.
You saw him say that. Do you agree with him?
That is his opinion. I don't agree with it.
You do not agree with him.
Yes.
It's important that it goes on record. His witness do not agree with the content of that video.
Not the video, but the content of the
saying
speech.
To that extent. I've said to that extent.
Yes.
Then in the prayer that you say is a prayer of mockery, before you go there, the governor responds to these statements by the individuals I've referred to. And she says that whether she is cast, whether they wear pink or purple, there will be blessing upon her. Do you remember her saying that?
Yes.
She says it doesn't matter how she's going, it's good. And whether the priests are wearing purple or pink, there will be blessings. You remember that?
Yes.
You also remember that she refers to a passage in the Bible and refers to a character in the Bible called Barak.
Yes.
And what does it say, Barak, what happened to Barak? Was it Barak or Balaam?
I think it's Balaam.
Balaam.
Yes.
What happened to Balaam? He was sent to go and curse people of God, but he was tongue-tied.
Yes.
You remember that story in the Bible?
Yes.
So, when the governor is likening utterances by Macarena, which you do not agree with, to that story of Balaam, is she really mocking the church, or she's just giving a scenario for the church to learn from, or for the people to learn from, like Macarena?
In my evidence, I'm talking about the mocking of the video, the mock prayer, not.
No. I'm coming to that one. To that one. But to that extent, do you think there was anything wrong with the governor citing a story in the Bible and correlating it?
There was nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. Thank you very much. There was also the mock prayer. This was at Igoji Secondary School.
Yes.
And do you know the history of the foundation of that school?
Yes.
Do you come far away from the locality of that school?
No.
How far away?
It's in Imenti South, in Igoji West, in Igoji East Ward,
yes.
And I'm also in Imenti South, Abogeta West. Okay. So it's 2 wards that separate us.
2 wards apart.
1 ward actually.
So this school is a Harabe school.
Yes.
Harabe school means that private citizens contributed pieces of land to bring up 1 parcel of land to become a school.
Yes.
That's the meaning.
Yes.
So this school was created out of the efforts, of the Harabe efforts of the community.
Yes.
And they brought land.
Yes.
And they initially built a school. Initially there was a school. Whether or not the church, I'm coming to the construction by the church.
Yes.
Initially there were classes.
I cannot confirm
You
who
cannot
built,
you cannot
who
confirm.
built, because the church was given as a trustee, so they built the school there. They were given the land and built as a trustee and built the school.
But were they given terms on how to manage the school?
So whenever land is given to a trustee,
Yeah.
so the trustee puts in, like it used to be in that time, probably the principal to oversee,
Yes.
funded by the trustee, or the trustee is involved somehow in the selection of the management committee, and a representative of the trustee is there to oversee what is happening.
Thank you. This was a Harambee school.
Yes.
It is registered as such.
Yes.
So by the time the church is being given the school,
Yes.
it's already a going concern, or it's a running school, by the time they are being made a trustee. Or was the church given empty land?
The church was allocated. Normally what used to happen when these lands were consolidated,
No.
they were given a trustee so that they don't get grabbed
Yeah.
or disappear.
Yes.
So the church was given as a trustee
Yes.
of that land
Yes.
when it was consolidated from the public.
Okay, thank you. In relation to this particular school, would you know whether the community had any concerns about the school? Management or otherwise?
I wouldn't know because
wouldn't.
somehow
Yes.
the trustee was running the school and they closed it down.
They closed
So it
it
has
down.
been running closed for quite some time when the county came in to lease the facilities around it.
Thank you very much. The school has been closed.
Yes.
Approximately from when?
I cannot speak to the time, but
Was it
the school
before,
was closed.
before COVID?
No, that school could have been closed maybe 2010 or thereabout. A long time ago. The classes have just been lying there.
Oh, over
With the
10
trustee
years.
doing other things in the compound.
The trustee are doing something else in
Yes.
the compound. Thank you very much. So, did you know about the functioning of this school, or what the trustees are doing, or why the county assembly has the county government has leased back the school?
I would know that the county government leased the land
First of all,
from
tell
the
us
trustee.
whether you know or you don't, so that we know whether we move on to that question.
Whether I know why the county leased.
Yes, and under what terms?
Yes, I know the county leased the hospital.
Yeah?
They leased the classes for use by the Merit service.
They leased the
Yes,
classes.
from the trustee.
Okay. What is it being used for now by the county?
To train youth under the Merit service, whereby once they are recruited,
Yes.
they go there for discipline training and so many other things before they are posted to various colleges.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Was that leasehold a subject of discussion or debate in the county assembly, whether in the current one or the previous one?
The previous one I was there, it was not a subject of discussion.
Yes.
It never arose.
Yes.
The current one, the matter has not yet come to the assembly.
So if it was not debated in the county assembly in the previous assembly,
Yes.
I saw the lease was entered in 2019.
Yes.
Honorable members, I'm referring to a lease agreement in the governor's bundle of documents, volume 2, and it commences at page 112. So when that lease was entered in 2019, it is possible there are even so many MCAs who do not know what are the nature of operations in that premises.
Yes.
It's true.
It's true.
If MCAs who are the leaders do not know, it's also possible that the citizens may not know.
It's possible.
It's possible.
Yes.
It's also possible that the governor, since she was not the governor in the previous government, she may not be aware the terms of engagement of those facilities. Is that possible?
It's not possible.
Why?
Because she went there knowing very well with documents,
Did you
with
ask?
requests for payment. So I believe she was briefed by
No.
advisors.
I want you to answer
Yes.
to matters of personal knowledge,
Yes.
not belief.
Yes.
Give us what you know. And you tell us, I know the governor knows because there is this letter where she inquired and she was informed by this house or by this office. Yes. Do you know of such communication that makes it peremptory, the knowledge of the governor?
I do not know.
You do not know.
Yes.
That day, the governor made a prayer.
Yes.
The famous prayer.
Yes.
And the prayer was also played here.
Yes. In
that prayer, the governor starts by exalting and appreciating the role the church has played.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Yes.
Do you have a problem with that?
No.
But she also says that whatever the church has done wrong, God to enter into them and do right thing. And whatever is not theirs, they return. You remember?
Yeah, she said.
In the prayer?
Yeah, she said that in the prayer. They returned 5 million.
They returned 5 million.
Yes.
Very well. And that was the mocking statement, in your view.
Yes.
That is what is deemed vilification of church leaders.
Yes.
So when I tell you that the governor made an inquiry later, and she understood that land had actually been leased, and these persons were trustees, would you say that that is not accurate, or she was already in view of the knowledge? Based on your personal information, personal knowledge, would you know?
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Honorable members and Honorable Chair, there is a report that the governor sought on the status of this land. And as you've said, you've had this report is at page 107, bundle of documents in support of the governor's answer, volume 2, at page 107.
Yes, Council.
Yes, and at page 143 that follows, there is a document from the church. And you can see in that document the church explains what it understands is the nature of that land and the two public institutions operating on that land.
With the chair.
Thank you.
Yes. Chairman, I do not want to question my colleague's style, but wouldn't it be better if he led these documents during the taking of his own witness and use his time to put questions to this witness about the things that he has told this committee?
I think, Council,
yes,
the Senator has a point.
Yes.
But I don't want to take away anything from you, yes, because even the guidance the Senator is giving you, yes, you are still within the framework, yes, because what you are asking arose when the Council of the County Assembly was making their case. But the Senator we are requesting you, yes, that which you can reserve for your time tomorrow, yes, do so, and here just highlight. It don't look like you're prosecuting your case.
Very well.
Yeah.
I understand. I'm aware of
it. And for information,
yes,
the County Assembly did 1 hour 45 minutes, yes, and you have now done 1 hour 10 minutes. And in usual practice, yes, your side cannot be given the same time. You're just supposed to, or am I out of?
No, Chairman.
Your time is supposed to be shorter.
In a quarter of an hour,
yeah,
I'll wrap up.
Yeah. Quarter of an hour.
Quarter of an hour.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
Members, you okay? Very
well. There is one last charge on verification of readers, There was an MP called Mpuru.
Yes, Puru Aburi.
Have you talked to him about this motion?
Yes, I did.
Did you receive any statement from him?
I did not take any statements
You
from
did
him.
not take any statement from
Yes.
him. He's a leader in Meru County.
Yes.
If he feels despised, he has ways of also approaching the governor or the relevant authorities.
He also has ways of complaining on his own.
He has also ways of complaining on it.
Yes.
And you have not seen the honorable member petition the county assembly?
No.
No. I'm going to the one issue which also rotates to the issue of the Igoji Secondary School, the appointment of the first gentleman as a patron of the youth. What is that position?
Patron of the Meru Youth Service.
Youth Service.
Yes.
In that video where that appointment was purportedly made by the governor, she followed with another appointment of the first gentleman as the ambassador of the hustlers for Meru.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Yes.
These hustlers, would you call them or classify them as mostly the youth or the senior citizens in the county?
Hustlers are maybe the people who are struggling.
People who are struggling.
Yes.
They are mostly the youths without jobs.
It's not really the youth who are struggling in this country.
Mostly. I've used the word mostly.
We can say that.
We can say that.
Yeah.
You do not agree, or do you agree?
With the term hustlers.
In your understanding, I've, by the way, really admired your eloquence and appreciation of the English language. I'm very impressed. Yeah. In your understanding of the English term patron, what do you understand it to mean? In the ordinary language.
Patron is like an overseer, someone who oversees what is happening in a particular area.
Let me put it otherwise. A patron is a ceremonial office. A patron is invited for ceremonies when a club or an organization or a group have a ceremony or an event. Patron people go for advice. They go to seek sponsorship. They go to seek connections with sponsors. And that's why even persons who frequent the watering holes, we are patrons to those bars. That's correct?
That's correct.
Because we support them.
That's correct.
So if I tell you that the understanding of the term patron is not a creature of a county office, but a ceremonial office for that purpose only, would you refute?
In this context?
No, in my context.
In your context, I will not refute.
Yes or no?
In your, from the definition,
answer my question so that
I don't refute.
You do not refute.
Yes.
So you do not refute.
Yes.
Okay. There was the issue of the county order. I mean the order from the court, the conservatory order.
Yes.
When the motion was quashed,
yes,
you sought the advice of your counsel for interpretation of that order, as the governor did, on the purport of that order.
Yes, we did.
And
I
you were
did.
advised?
I was advised.
Yes.
And I also ran the court order.
No. I want to hear that you were advised that nothing stops you.
We were advised that the court order has quashed
Yes.
the motion dated 22nd November
Yes.
that was supposed to be debated on the November 30th.
Thank you very much.
And that was the...
So when you sought advice from your counsel, you also expect the governor sought advice of her counsel?
Yes.
Would you charge her or verify her for following the advice of her counsel?
I cannot.
You cannot.
Yes.
You received a letter from her counsel explaining why they do not intend to appear, because they do not want to violate their own orders that they got in their own favor. You saw that letter?
I saw it.
Hazard.
It was read by
Would
the
you
speaker.
verify the governor for following such an advice and communicating to you?
I cannot vilify the governor
cannot
for
verify the
following the
governor.
advice of counsel.
Thank you very much. We are coming to the other issue of public participation. About how many people participated?
Roughly in the region of 3,000, by if you count
in the region of 3,000.
the attachments, yeah.
And about how many approve the motion? How many approve the motion?
It's difficult to say exactly
Roughly.
the number
The
because
same you have estimated roughly.
you can say 60-70% of the respondents were approving the motion because of the circumstances of the day.
60 or 70 people? 70%?
No, I'm saying 60-70% were approving the motion.
70%
Yeah.
were approving the motion. So 70% of about 3,000. And the registered voters in Meru are 879,000. That correct?
That's 810,000.
810,000.
Yes.
Thank you for the exactitude. So in advertising for this motion, you put out radio adverts and newspaper adverts.
Yes.
In your target audience, how many read newspapers? In your estimation, in terms of percentage?
I don't have that statistic. So
Estimation.
I'll be lying
You
if
have
I give
formed
any
so many
number.
opinions, Mr. DMK. How many?
How can you tell how many
You
people read
cannot tell.
newspapers?
Did you advertise that motion in any formal gathering like a church?
The motion was advertised on newspapers and radio.
no.
A formal
I'm asking-
gathering like a church?
Did you advertise in the church?
No.
No. Did you sponsor a road show to advertise the motion?
No.
Did you understand the implications of this motion to overturn a whole election of a governor simply because she was undesirable to you?
I understand the implications,
You understand the
of impeachment
Thank you.
as provided by law.
Thank you very much. So you only did 2 advertisements. The other question I want to ask is, were you in the Windsor meeting that was convened, coordinated, and presided over by the chair of the County of Governors?
Yes, I was.
You was.
Yes.
And it was a meeting between the governor and the MCAs
Yes, and a select team of governors.
and certain team of governors.
Yes.
And you agreed on a way forward.
Yes.
There's also a letter where the governor wrote to the county assembly asking for a consultative meeting to the assembly.
Yes.
All of you had gone to the grassroots. You remember?
Yeah, at
Or
that
that's the
point in
response
time.
the speaker gave.
Yes, yes.
You also remember that in your motion you lament that the governor is going to the grassroots alone.
In the motion, I have not indicated anywhere
Not
about the
if-
governor going to the ground alone, and that's not a crime.
You've not indicated anywhere.
Yes.
In that, when the county speaker said that you people are not available, was there any follow-up on the part of the assembly to propose dates when you could be available to meet the governor?
The burden was on the governor to select
the burden is on the governor.
to select another date
How will she know what is convenient a date for you?
by calling the speaker and talking, because the correspondence was between the two.
Did you inform her that she has a burden to call the speaker and arrange a date?
I think she should have read the letter that the speaker wrote.
No. In that letter, did you see anywhere she's told to call?
Yeah, the speaker has mentioned that the governor can select another date.
No. I'm talking about, you
Yes.
said a phone call to the speaker to arrange and agree which date is convenient to the MCAs. Is there such a statement in that letter?
There is no statement like
There's
that
no
in his letter.
statement.
Yeah.
You, in the course of cross-examination, you have also admitted that you made certain attributes about the governor that may not be very happy. Would you also like to be prosecuted for those utterances?
Which utterances are these?
That the governor cannot read 1 billion shillings, the governor cannot manage 63 million, the governor is illiterate, the governor
I don't
is
think-
not elegant, the governor is not flamboyant. she's
Counsel, I have
a
not
showgirl.
made all those allegations in
Yeah.
my speech. It was about mathematics in that speech, and I do not wish to address issues that you have handed to what I had said in that particular video, because my talk was all about the numbers, and it was a campaign speech anyway before the elections, and the matters before us are events that have happened after the elections. There are so many matters that happened before the elections. If you are going to do campaign speeches,
Yes.
you are going to want even charges to the governor.
You have said that the governor has violated the Public Finance Management Act.
Yes.
Has the governor expended any money without the approval of the county assembly?
No.
Has he expended any money without a budget?
No.
Has the county lost any money?
None that I'm aware of.
None that you are aware of.
Yes.
Has she paid any ghost worker who is not on the payroll, to the best of your knowledge?
I'm not aware of the payroll in the presence or absence of ghost workers.
You're not aware of.
Yeah.
When the governor came to address the county assembly on 24th of October,
Yes.
and there was a crowd, and then she was pelted with stones, would you ascribe that day as a governor's meeting where she organized a riot, or she had come to address the county assembly?
I don't think she had come in peace.
No, she had not come in peace.
Yes.
But you cannot say she organized riots. Did you see her organizing
If
a
I
riot?
come with a crowd of goons, you know, by the way they dress and everything, chanting, I think you would be the one who has mobilized them, because there's no way they could have known you are coming so that they come at the assembly.
But the previous day, the county assembly MCAs, including the speaker, had given a public address.
Yes.
You remember?
Yes.
So could the members have also been incited by that public address?
The members of the public,
Yeah. Would you know whether they were incited?
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But it's a possibility.
I don't think
That
there were
the MCAs
incitements from the members unless you pin them out that this was inciting and could have read to the crowd coming to the assembly chanting.
But you expect members of the public had that? There was a misconduct in respect to CECs.
Yes.
Has the governor gazetted the number of CECs who will serve in her cabinet?
She gave the list in her speech.
Yeah.
She gave a speech from her office.
She gave a speech.
Yes.
But you don't know any cabinet position she has gazetted that she has violated. Do you know any?
Reframe your question.
The way a cabinet is constituted in the county level, the governor decides how many ministers she will have, and she gazettes those offices. Is that correct?
She doesn't gazette, but she writes to the assembly saying she has nominated these members of the county executive committee member.
Is there a time limit within which she must do that?
There is no particular time limit.
Is there or there is not?
There is no particular time limit.
There is no particular time.
Yes.
So she is still within her time.
I wouldn't say that, because she would have left the names as three, as they were.
She should
Not,
have left-
not trying to go around the law.
Then there was allegations that on the day that the motion was coming up, all of you dressed in uniforms, black ties, white shirts, and red ties, and black suits. Is that correct?
That's how the members were dressed. It's parliamentary attire.
Or it was a happenstance or coincidence?
It's a parliamentary attire.
Or it's parliamentary?
Yes.
Okay. The members also danced outside the assembly.
Outside the assembly, that particular day, no.
Another day they had danced.
Maybe before that, but on that particular day, the members, the motion took too long because it ended at night.
And,
so the members left going home.
On 24th October, they also chanted outside the parliament building.
Yes.
Yes. That's all, Honorable Chair and Honorable Members. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You've done very well. I want to congratulate the witness. This latter phase, you have behaved like a good witness. Congratulations and thank you. Counsel, you have completed your examination in chief.
Yes.
So I just want you on this score, your re-examination to be really light.
It will, Chair, and it should not take long. I will only ask 2 or 3 questions.
How many minutes do you want?
If you give us 10 to 15 minutes, it should be enough.
I will give you 10.
Okay.
Just some guidance. I was thinking probably it would be neater if counsel was to take the re-examination after the questions from the senator, so that the senators...
That he combines.
Correct. So that he won't have to come back to tie loose ends that may be loosened by the senators' questions. And perhaps, Chairman,
sorry, Senator for Nairobi, I must rule in the negative. The reason being the tradition has already been set in the other 6 impeachment processes that have taken place in Senate, and also we can easily switch the minds of the witness, not in line with the prosecutions that they have done. So let them finish, because you are taking up the matter, it's more global. You are free to ask the things they have said here and ask even more. So let's give them, and then also members, to manage it slightly better. The witness will not be useful to us unless I replenish his glucose. So he will need a break, take tea, then come back when he's recomposed. Probably the bladder is full now, he's even not able to.
Most obliged.
So it's 10 minutes, sir.
Yes, and we'll share the 10 minutes with my learned friend, Mr. Jacob Ngwele. I will only ask a few questions. Chair, I'm referring to volume 4 of the Assembly's document. Sir, please look at volume 4 very quickly. Page 16. Let's begin at page 10, the very last paragraph. Does it show the number of people who participated in the public participation? By way of overview, does it show at page 10, the very second last line?
Page 10?
Second last line.
Yes.
It says how many people gave their views orally?
1,300.
Let's go to page 16. Again, the last paragraph. Who does it say conducted the public participation? Can you read your last paragraph very quickly?
The mover of the impeachment motion, the Honorable DMK Kyogora, is particularly grateful to the offices of the Speaker, the Clerk of the County Assembly, members of the County Assembly of Meru, staff, members of the public for facilitating the public participation on the 13th of December 2022 in accordance with the law.
Does this show that it is officers of the Assembly who are in charge of this exercise?
Yes.
Let's now go to page, still on volume 4. A suggestion was made to you, sir, that all the memoranda opposing the motion are handwritten and the others are typed, and therefore they must have been computer generated. Do you recall that line of questions?
Yes.
Now let's go to page 535. Is that a view? First of all, is that an email? Because a question arose about emails.
Yes, this is an email printed from the...
Is that email handwritten?
No.
Page 36, is it an email?
Yes, this is an email.
Is it handwritten?
No, it's not handwritten.
Page 537, is it an email?
Yes, it's an email.
Is it handwritten?
No.
Page 538, is it an email?
It's not. It's an email.
Is it handwritten?
It's not.
And we could do that up to page 539, correct or incorrect?
It's correct.
Are those emails in support or in opposition of the motion?
Actually, some are supporting, but the majority are opposing the impeachment.
Majority are in opposition. Let's go to page 540 very quickly. Is that a handwritten or a typed memorandum?
543.
540. 540, sir. Of volume 4.
This one is typed.
At page 541 and even at page 540, the title, is that a memorandum in support or in opposition to the impeachment motion? The heading, the last part of the heading on page 540?
This one is opposing the impeachment.
Is it therefore correct for you to be asked whether all the memoranda in opposition are handwritten?
It's incorrect.
Let's go to page 542. That's yet another memoranda. Is it in support or in opposition to the motion? You can look at 543. It's actually written in bold at the bottom of
I hereby do not support the impeachment motion for Honorable Kawira Mwangaza.
So this memorandum, is it handwritten?
No, it's typed.
The last question from me before my colleague Jacob Ngwele takes over is about whether the husband was receiving a pay. And I'm referring, Chair, to volume 1 at page 60. Do you have volume 1 with you, sir? Volume 1 of the Assembly's documents. That, sir, is a letter from the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. What did the commission say about whether the husband was receiving...
Sorry, Council, which page?
Page 60 of volume 1 of the Assembly's documents. From the bottom, Chair, it is the 5th paragraph from the bottom of page 60. Please read for us what the Ethics and Anti-Corruption said about the issue of whether the governor's husband was receiving a salary or not.
While the information within our knowledge is that Mr. Murega Baisho will be performing his duties without pay, we find this inconsistent with this provision because the office he occupies is a public office within the meaning of this article, whether or not it draws a salary. Section 59 of the County Government Act 2012 provides that the functions...
We can leave it at that, okay, sir. Chair, I will donate the remaining minutes to my learned friend, Mr. Jacob Ngwele.
Mheshimiwa, I'll be very brief, just seeking some clarifications from your end. The issue of illegal appointments, you've said you've been asked.
Mr. Ngwele.
Yes.
We know you, but the answer doesn't know you in this case.
I'm sorry.
So please put your name.
I'm sorry, Chair. My name is Jacob Ngwele. Just that I was rushing because you had 5 minutes. Maybe you can add me as another 2 because you know me. Okay. You've been asked a question relating to why did you choose impeachment instead of inviting the governor to appear before the committee. Was it evidence that impeachment is only cure?
Is it?
Impeachment was the only option in view of the charges brought forward. Impeachment was the only option.
Impeachment was the only cure, like I said during the previous cross-examination.
And there's no legal requirement on which steps we should choose?
Yes, it's up to the Assembly. It's up to the move of the motion to convince the Assembly.
And the issue of the patron, Can you confirm that a patron of a public institution exert influence on that institution? Does he have influence?
Yes.
He has influence on that particular institution. There's the issue of municipalities, the issue raised about municipalities, and that the committee which was formed.
Yes, I can hear an objection. Well, I just hold.
As I mentioned earlier, we constrained ourselves on the approach by counsel to suggest answers to witness, and the witness confirms. At this juncture, we have no option that to really oppose that line of examination because we do not have any other opportunity. Once the answers we have already received from the witness have been changed due to the suggestions by counsel, let the counsel give a background and ask open-ended questions for the witness to narrate his story. It is the movers of the motion story. It's not the story of the counsel. Let answers come from the witness, not the counsel. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Counsel, you're perfectly in order. I think Edwin Sifuna will agree with me that, Mr. Mwele, you are now engaging in leading questions. And therefore, that objection is sustained. Anything that you have attempted to ask through leading questions will not amount to any contribution before this committee.
I stand guided, Chair. Mr. DMK, Mheshimiwa, was it your evidence that taxi and parking, they are preserve of the county government? They are function which is a preserve of the county government. That was your evidence?
No.
The issue of parking, taxi and parking spaces, that is a work
it's
of the county.
It's a preserve of the county, the Municipal Management Board to designate taxis where they're supposed to operate them, or affairs regarding the operations in the municipality.
So creating another committee will be contravention of that particular function?
Yes.
That was your evidence? The other issue, the issue of the videos, we have been asked a lot of questions about videos here. Was it when my lead counsel, Dr. Mudomi, was asking you a question, did they object? Have they objected to the veracity or authenticity of the videos?
I have not seen any objections.
So nobody has raised any objections on those videos?
Yes.
Back to the assembly, where the assembly stones were being thrown to the assembly. During your evidence, was it your testimony?
Your time is up, but I'll give you 3 minutes. Your time is up. You can see the red light.
Thank you. Was it your evidence that the governor, in one of the clips, admitted that she forced herself to the assembly by force?
Yes.
That was the evidence you gave?
Yes.
And you stand by it?
I stand by that.
The issue of a hospital, was it also your evidence that using own source revenue, what was your evidence about it?
That the Constitution does not allow that any collections by county bodies should be remitted to the county revenue fund, and then they should request the money through various the channels that they use to request money. Then the
that is a complaint.
The fact that the body is being told to retain money, it means they have not been retaining. There have been submitting the money to the county revenue fund. So if they were retaining the money, they needed not be directed.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Chairman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mwele. Members, Mr. Mwele is a long-serving member of this Parliament and is later on the County Assembly of Nairobi. So he's gone into private practice. I don't know why. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are taking a break of 15 minutes to allow the witness to recharge. Members, when we resume, it is now your time to seek clarification. When we are taking tea, we shall agree on a few issues of modus operandi. Thank you, everybody. Back to your holding zones. Tea is served.
They are quite heavy. Okay.
Mwiroreri ni twakinya mahinda mangi mega Ngai atukinyithia muthia wa mwaka na nie Gathoni wa Njehia ndi haha gukwendithĩria Christmas ihuritwo ni thayo na mwaka mweru wihuritwo ni irathimo cia Ngai.
Tembea Kenya na View Travel. 3 days Masai Mara from 14K. 3 days Mombasa from 13K. 3 days Diani from 16K. 3 days Malindi or Watamu from 17K. 3 days Samburu and Amboseli safaris from 20K. Self-drives and weekend getaways for 2 days to Naivasha, Nakuru and Mount Kenya from 3K. Staycations in Nairobi for birthdays and private celebrations from 4K. Call 0703-254-254 for bookings.
Shabiki.com inakuletea the first ever Premier Leagues jackpot in Kenya. Predict mechi 6 kutoka ligi kuu duniani kwa kutumia shilingi 8 tu uweze kushinda 100,000 shillings kila siku. 6 Premier Leagues games. Cheza na 8 ball. Shinda 100k daily. Tuma neno PJP kwa 29063 or visit shabiki.com to play. Not for persons under the age of 18. Betting can be addictive. Play responsibly. Shabiki.com is authorized and regulated by the BCLB. License number 416. Shabiki.com.
We asked Kenyan women to tell us what they look for in a lotion. We asked Kenyan women to tell us what they look for in a lotion.
Leo tunaweka kwenye jaribio body lotion ya bei ghali na ya bei nafuu. Why pay more? Nunua Nice and Lovely body lotion. Ni bora zaidi kwa bei nafuu. Inai-transform dry skin kuwa deeply nourished na kui-smoothen.
It's just nicer and lovelier. Chagua Kenya's #1 body lotion.
Mabura maku ma thigũkũ nĩ magĩrithie makĩria. Kenerera discounts cia magegania kuma gwa View sasa na athiriti ayo. Wĩgwatĩre discounts cia nginyagia gĩcunjĩ kĩa 50% harĩ indo itiganĩte kuma Pwani Oil, Unilever na Optica. Hũra *87*5# kana scan QR code ĩno o rĩu. Wĩgwatĩre discount yaku na coupon hau. Redeem supermarket-inĩ o yothe ya Naivas na matuka mangĩ marĩa maranyita itemi.
Tembea Kenya na View Travel. 3 days Masai Mara from 14K. 3 days Mombasa from 13K. 3 days Diani from 16K. 3 days Malindi or Watamu from 17K. 3 days Samburu and Amboseli safaris from 20K. Self-drives and weekend getaways for 2 days to Naivasha, Nakuru and Mount Kenya from 3K. Staycations in Nairobi for birthdays and private celebrations from 4K. Call 0703-254-254 for bookings.
Winning on Shabiki.com is getting easier. Enjoy highly boosted odds on Shabiki.com. Kuwa Shabiki. Play now. Not for persons under the age of 18. BCLB number 416. Shabiki.com.
Petanza Technical College ne hotanire uvumilini wa certificate na diploma ta cosmetology. Tukanacha talents aruto aito makionania creativity ta modeling in Wakanda style. Indian head massage now atagavi gozikovini mass communication in our modern studio.
I go by the name Harriet Rush.
Information technology motirera aruto de mehwatera skills shakereu itakia January 2023 no irathie nabere tosherere Kiambu Petans Plaza Kanohore Thimo 0707 490 390.
Ho ho ho. Nitwakinya kahinda kage
karia tukoragwo tugikungwira ni hindi ya gukungwira na kuria na gwikenia na kuririkana miago yothe ria twana kungwira kumagia hindi ria turi anini. Na riu nie Harun Njoroge wa Maina ndirakwendithiria ugie na mambura mega ma thiguku ya Christmas na wikenie o kuigana.
Akorwo no muhaka njike undu muru nigetha prachi anyende ti gute marigu no muhaka njike uguo ndire na wiki
ukarumu ya ageni na ihenya
no urahurira thimu
Media Services turakwendithĩria thigũkũ njega ya Christmas ĩiyũirwo nĩ gĩkeno.
Viusasa presents hot, new and entertaining shows. From the land of Abagusi, we bring you Egeticha. A sizzling new drama full of twists and turns of a family in constant conflict.
I will come back with 411.
And from the creators of Makarao. It's laughter galore. Exclusive, fresh and exciting content. Only on Viusasa.
Maya nĩ mamwe ma marĩa tũkuharĩrĩirie inoro hwaĩ-inĩ. Kamĩtĩ ya Senate kwanjĩrĩria cikaro cia gũthikĩrĩria cira wa gavana wa Meru Kawĩra Mwangatha.
Twĩna itũmi nyingĩ mũno cia kũmũcokeria ngatho na tũhe mwaka ũngĩ o mwega makĩria na mũtongoria ũrĩa aratũheire ahote gũtũhe ũtongoria mwega.
Magana ma etĩkia kũgomana nyarĩrĩ-inĩ cia kĩrĩma gĩa Kĩrĩnyaga kũhoera bũrũri. Onjoria thoko-inĩ ya soko mjinga kũraha ũguni wa mbura biacara-inĩ ciao. Na twĩna riboti ya mwanya ĩgiĩ hathara ĩrĩa ĩrehetwo nĩ inegene rĩa irabu.
Stubborn dark marks? Stop. Discover the power of vitamin C with the new Garnier Even and Matte Booster Serum. A highly concentrated serum that deeply penetrates, clinically proven to reduce dark marks by 43%. Get even glowing skin from day 6. New Garnier Even and Matte Vitamin C Booster Serum by Garnier. Naturally.
Ihinda rĩngĩ rĩa gũkũngũĩra gũciarwo kwa Jesu nĩrĩkinyĩte na ũgĩthiĩ na mbere gũkũngũĩra mambura maya ma mwanya ngakĩhoka atĩ nĩ ũkũririkana